A share. Let's get some viewers pumping up. This is a match that you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be fast, attacking, explosive. From the word get-go. And the person that's going to join me is the Gill Factor, Reggie Gill. He's just lurking at the side of me. He just needs to move over to the other chair, I feel.
I'll do.
Somebody just said something to me here. Who was that?
Ah, the man of mystery. How are we doing, Pally? Good?
Craig there. Yes, mate. Yeah, very good.
Come on.
I was just saying, Craig, they've heard about the commentary last week. No, he said 4. Yeah, he said 4. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Solman to break.
Yeah, I believe you had a nice stint in the box on Reggie's game.
Yeah, I got some unbelievable reviews, and obviously Wern's heard about it, and he's booked me up. Wow, that black nearly rolled in then.
Chance here, I think the yellows will go, to be honest.
Yeah, he's just got one bad yellow on. He's just left side at table near that red, but
it's just more getting on it though. It goes in the sort of.
Missed that one.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, Tom's same situation here. He's got 2 pockets to get that yellow in, I think.
Yeah, well, I think looking at this frame now, you're pretty much nailed on yellows will win this frame.
Yeah, the Reds are in a terrible position, aren't they? Sort of frame you dream about, don't you, first frame?
Oh yeah, just to settle the nerves a little bit. Big money match, innit? I think the pot's around about, what is it, 12,800?
Yeah, I think so.
It's always nice to get that first frame on board.
I don't think it's necessarily the pot sometimes. I think it can be more...
That could be tight.
The 2 good players as well, so...
That could be tight, that. I'm not sure if he's on this. Might be able to just turn it over with a bit of side, but it looks tight.
If he does do that, though, he's not guaranteed to be perfect, is he, next ball?
No, yeah, right. But he's not on note here. He's on a thin clipping to top right.
Yeah, his white's...
He's out of position here, big time. He's not going to get position on the next ball after this.
I always think, though, that's the thing with Tom. He's always like very erratic and a bit all over the place.
So he's just...
No, not safe now.
It was never going well, that shot, was it, really?
No.
The Gill Factor's here. Where's his microphone and his headset? Is Wayne sorting you on Gill Factor?
I think he is going to do, yeah.
So the Gill Factor's just sat in between us. He's just waiting for his microphone and his headset. Everybody wants a piece of this match. Unfortunately, due to copyright images, I can only do 20 minutes in the box. So I just want to apologise early to us. Can't do much more than 20 minutes.
I suppose it doesn't help with all the sponsorship deals.
Player double has got that, but he's on nothing, is he?
Again, that offers nothing, that shot. I just don't understand why he's played it like that.
This frame's quickly turned around. You have to say it's pretty much... Reds are still in a bad position, but you'd rather be on Reds than Yellows in this situation every day of the week.
Especially now he's left him the bottom one, he can just bring that away and just leave him snookered. If you can see that one near the black.
If I know John is going to be clipping this in and taking white down table to play a snooker. That's what I think his plan is. Hopefully get a bad ball out and lay snooker at the same time.
Might be able to bring them both out here, to be honest.
I think he'll just double this out and leave white on top rail.
Yeah, there we go. It's a shot.
He's just put it on side rail. It's a bit unlucky, that shot, but I don't think these tables, they're up play tight, down rails.
No.
They're probably biggest pockets I've ever seen.
Yeah, they are very big.
And the tables are fast, so it helps it when you're putting the ball down rail. Unless you're a million miles out, you're not going to struggle to pot them, no matter what the distance is.
What do you think of the table, Seb?
I've played in first round at singles. I didn't miss a pot. Everything went into out at pocket, and I lost 3-1. So I think they're absolutely fantastic.
Lovely.
Race to 5, it's just brutal at times, isn't it? He's had 2 big flukes, and it's just killed me basically. I laid a good snooker, and he got out of it, and that what ended Seb Webb. So cutthroat. I'm going to enter again in about half an hour under Paul Webster. So let's see what I can do there.
Sign yourself on the reserve.
I did it last year. I entered as Seb Webb, then Paul Webster, and I got beat 3-2 both times. Oh God, I can't win no matter what I do. Best of 5 just ain't for me.
Oh, didn't it?
It's not hard. It's just pure luck. It's just like you think poker's bad with variance. This is this is an absolute lottery.
You can play no bad shots and be out of the singles.
Well, I've played a good snooker and I ain't missed a pot and I've lost C1. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and I've had one dry break. It's just beyond a joke, to be honest. But there's nothing you can do, is there?
Very
Unless
true.
you just go in again and hope for some better luck under Paul Webster.
Go and win it on the Paul Webster.
Has he just come far enough? I think he has. He's just got to be careful. He don't want to drag him to black here.
Yeah,
because it's that fast, these tables. You could easily overscrew it. I think he has, you know.
He has done.
He's potted it.
Oh, wow.
Oh! I tell you, they can easily get away from you them shots on these tables. This is not perfect, this, is it?
It's not ideal. He might
would you play snooker here and just put it over back?
I think I would.
I think he hasn't got right angle to go for this, unless he digs in a bit.
If he's digging, it's tough, isn't it?
I'd just put it over pocket and let snooker. Oh, it's a bad shot. That's a really bad shot. He ain't got snooker, had you?
The one thing there he's got to make sure of is snooker on him.
He's got to be doubling this up and down, surely. Oh, he's played it terrible. He's hit it all wrong, hasn't he? He had a good chance to double that in. This table's a mile off, by the way. I'm just going to say it early to us. I've just seen that yellow pulling up. It's a mile off. So that right side at table, it's going to be pulling to the left as we're looking at it.
It's hard, isn't it, to get 37, 38 tables all level like?
I seen him, Tom said that he came in earlier, he saw him doing some work on table, levelling it up. He says, I hope they've got it right, and I didn't see it myself, but obviously, just looking at that there, they ain't got it right. I don't understand that shot, Reggie.
No, I don't. I just bummed that out, mate.
I mean, Craig, but he's actually landed all right, but...
It just means he's got to play something that he shouldn't have to, but
yeah.
He's got it. It's going to be one
still not easy, just got to be careful with, don't quit on shot here. He has quit on it. That's what he was thinking. I need to avoid corner pocket with it off, and then you quit on the shot, which I've done it plenty myself until I got this tip on me, Q.
Oh, felt like it at the rail a bit far down as well.
That's a bad frame to lose if you're a fan of John Sullivan. He'll not be happy with that start.
He's not a fast starter anyway, is he? I don't think, notoriously.
He got off to a big start last year. I think he went like 9-1 up.
Oh, did he? I thought he was like 9-1 down.
No, we were well in front, John.
Oh, right.
Well in front.
Did he lose to Tom last time?
No, he beat him 25-20, 25-22.
Yeah.
But he was like 9-1 up, 12-2, something like that. And I think Tom got it back to like 21s. Or something round about that mark. Yeah, 21 apiece, and he had a big chance to go 22-21 up, and I think match were in his hand in that frame, and he messed it up badly.
To be fair, that was a poor frame from both players as well.
Yeah, I think early frames were definitely there in that for him. Yeah. We're still waiting on. Wayne Pinder's just counting the cash for Reggie to get his microphone. So all Reggie Gill fans out there.
Reggie's already said he's not commentating until he's been paid up front. I don't blame him, to be honest.
Reggie's not on a wage for this job tonight, not like us, Craig.
Wow, it's a big chance this as well. It's got one awkward ball really in the centre, but I'd fancy Tom to get these.
Obviously looking at reds, and he's just got to take care of that red. Yeah, that's perfect. That's
a good shot. Just got to make sure he gets this shot and the next shot right.
It's as long as he gets on the. Knowing Tommy, he'll probably play to Cannock Yellow. The reason I say that is he loves to play Cannon. He's a bit like myself, and normally the pros would play to a. The pros would like play to just land on things, whereas me and Tom were a bit different. We like to cannonballs out, this and that. But he's played a professional shot there, which is not like him.
I played him twice myself.
It's not called the banger for note, is he?
No, it's mad. Like sometimes you look at him, you go, I can't win a frame from here. He takes him. Then you go, he can't lose a frame from here, and he just misses. Like
yeah.
So baffling to play against.
But thing is, now he's just landed wrong here because that black only goes into one pocket. That he's gone too far. Yeah. But do you know what it is? He's got perfect angle here to run round off 1, 2, 3. It could be 4 rails. It could be 3. if he wants to run round.
Can he stun it into the middle and stun up and down?
I think it's too thin. He might be able to drop it in and play it long back.
Yeah.
Or he could run it round. Yeah, that's the shot I would have played as well. Just with pace at table helps your heart.
Got it.
Not quite, but it's not perfect, but he's going to take that every day a week.
Yeah, if he'd have played the shot, just the main thing is that he's not canning the 2 balls in bulk. Yeah, it's a shot.
Yeah, that's 2-0 to Tom, and well, I think he'll be feeling great about, especially after that first frame.
It almost gives you confidence, doesn't it? That he should have won the frame like first time up, and then John sort of had, well, a really good chance, a couple of good chances really, and not taking them. So
it's like a role reversal of last year, this, to be honest. One man couldn't settle and the other man were flying, and Soulman don't look like he's settled at minute, but it'll not take him long to get into his swag, no doubt.
Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he?
There's a big crowd gathering round here, so
I've never seen anyone like.
Just looking for another triangle. The Soulman.
He loves the crowd, does John, doesn't he?
I don't think are these one of them racker triangles?
They are, yeah.
Have you shown him how to work it, Reggie? He might not know how to work the racker. Isn't it like it's spring loaded?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he knows how to do it. Yeah. We might get that sorted. The Gill Factor's just getting his equipment plugged in. It's not the biggest break to say he's using a break cue. That.
It's a short lead.
Yeah. So, yeah, Tom's just potted a yellow there. If this yellow goes into corner bag, I think he's laughing. Looks like it does.
Yeah, he's getting down playing it quick, isn't he? So
he's nailed it. He's just got a flick off that red. It could.
I think he's all right there, you know.
Yeah, he is. He's aiming away in it, so he can actually stun this into rail, just with a slow screw on it, and just hold white. Yeah, that's nice.
Just a little bit awkward on this now, isn't he?
He's just a bit straight here, to be honest. He's there's no, just with angle he's got now, you might think. I think he's got to top this through, you know.
I think I'd drop it in and just play the one down the rail now.
I think I could have like topped. Well, yeah, but I think I might have topped it through off 2 and just played to current red there.
Risky though, isn't it? Because you could land behind. At least this way he's got a shot all the time.
Yeah, it's just an harder pot, but he's probably feeling good at minute, to be honest. After the first 2 frames of look at that white. This is going to cause mayhem. This.
It's a shot.
He needs that to get over. That's what he needs.
Plum, yeah.
There's only like 1 bag for black, or 2.
Yeah, middle bag in it.
2 bags. So that was why he wanted the white to get over as far as possible then. 3-0 to Tom Barley.
Couple of 8 balls back to back as well.
Yeah. Evening, guys.
The Gill Factor just joining us now.
How are we?
Yeah, well, let me just say this as my opening comment. Barley seems to have settled really well after John's let him off the hook, and I wonder how important that's going to be at the business end of this match, because we all know what a good front runner Tom Barley is when he gets going.
Both great runners, Reggie. Tom and John, very quick
we'll
players.
both have sort of spells in the game though, where you'll see him run 4 or 5 racks and then the other guy sort of die off for a little bit. It'll be a very patchy match, I think.
That was, to be fair, that's a good call. That was pretty much what the last year was all about. It's sort of 8-0, 9-1, etc., etc. And then once Tom got onto a bit of a roll at 12-4, he won something like 7 or 8 out of about 9 frames, something like that, and come right back at John. So, yeah, I think maybe it's a bit too early to read too much into it, but I don't think John will be wanting to give Tom too much of a head start.
He this yellow, he's got droppings again.
He has. Oh, he's not done it far.
No, he can. Thing is though, he can actually pop this and he can run round off 2 and he can play to kind of the red or the yellow here.
Yeah, he's got a big target, hasn't he? He's got to make sure it pops.
Mind you, it actually looks easier on screen. I'm just looking at table now. It's not that
it's
easy.
a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, so it's probably not going to play that shot actually. But if he makes that shot, it's a frame winner. So he's actually having a look at it now. He still might play it, you know, because it is a frame winning shot.
Maybe
it's not as easy what it looks on screen.
No, it's tighter, isn't it, for me when we're looking at it? It's not so.
If you go the other way, what
Quite
else have you?
deceptive.
But I think if
Which
you
way
take
would you
another
play it if you
ball,
go the other way?
if you take another ball here, then you're still going to be having problems later on in this frame.
You may as well go now, aren't you? Where you've got this.
Yeah, it's a good plotter. You know, you fancy him to make the ball. It's just getting the cannon. But I'd swing it off too.
He needs to take the ball. I think he needs to,
I don't think he's got it, has he?
take the ball by the horns, but
Might be okay here, you know. Might be able to just screw into it.
That red might go. But where Tom's...
Definitely doubles anyway, at least.
But where he's looking, I think this might pot, you know. I think it definitely pots. I think it definitely pots.
he's just got to land in the right area. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Just
Yeah.
needs to screw out.
So obviously, on our screens, it just
or
looked...
squeeze it through, yeah,
look
he
at
can
that,
squeeze
he never
through.
even touched
So,
yellow.
exactly, so it was obviously a much bigger gap
Wow.
than what we anticipated from our commentary position.
Oh,
Perfect.
he's absolutely bang straight.
It's straight,
Roll
isn't
through
it?
to
Can't
middle.
get away from the cushion here. It's going to be a tough black from
It's
underneath
gonna
the
be
rail.
very- Yeah, to go 4-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's going to be playing this
These middles are not like your supreme middles either.
No,
If
they're
you look at your telescreen, look at the left middle, you can't even see it. They're not the most generous, let's just say that.
tough shot.
It's an open pocket, though, isn't it? But he's
He's
not.
missed it.
He's
Oh,
got it. Great shot.
he leaned over, didn't he? I thought he'd missed that when he leaned over.
Yeah, a little bit of body language suggested that maybe that wasn't in when he first hit it, but went in clean enough.
Well, after a poor first frame, he's kicked
This
on.
the
hasn't he?
next three.
Yeah.
I'm playing Tom on 2nd of December, and
At the
as
corner.
you can see, he's very similar to what I play like, isn't he, Reggie?
Yeah, definitely. He gets on with it, doesn't hang about. And to be fair, him and Seb play the game pretty much at the speed I love to play the game. There isn't a lot of hanging about. They see the shots early, and unless there's a real problem, there isn't really. There's no hanging about. It's pretty much one chalk of the queue, one pullback, maybe two, bang, the ball's in, or it's missed. Simple as that. There's none of this walking around the table, looking at shots, making the game look, difficult, because it isn't most of the time. There is sometimes there's difficult shots, Seb, isn't there? Only sometimes, but not most of the time. The way, say, you and Tom play the game, there isn't a lot of difficult shots. It's rare.
But it's the thing, it might not be difficult shots, but sometimes it's just
I
eradicating
think I'd have gone
mistakes.
Reds here, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd have gone Reds there, yeah,
I
to be
think
fair.
I'd have gone Reds there.
I think he's chosen the wrong set there, hasn't he, really?
I've always
Mr.
thought
Trick.
about, like, people like John Sullivan, Tom Barley, and Seb. They model their game on people like Liam Dunster and the real sort of attacking players.
Well, I've never seen Liam Dunster play. I heard he's a hell of a stick.
He is a class player. Yeah.
But what I will say is I don't think that you could... I think in Seb's case, I don't think Seb models his game on anybody.
Now, to be fair, there's only one.
Sorry?
There's only one player that I've ever actually watched that we're passionate. That's Ronnie O'Sullivan at snooker. Poole, I've never really watched anybody, to be honest.
How much he's got, tell him to see me before we start. I'll sort it, no problem.
Oh, he's having a bit of a nightmare here, John. That wasn't an hard plant, and he's left Tom pretty much do what you want. I think problems came there because John took the wrong balls off Breck.
Yeah, he should have took
He
Reds.
should have been taking Reds all day long for me. And Tom's got a great chance now to go 5-0. Every ball goes. He's just got to mind his work. Black. He don't want to develop the blacks because it corner pocket. Both corner pockets, in fact. Craig and Reggie are just having a discussion about who's buying next drink, so they're having a bit of argument at minute, so they'll join us again shortly.
Yeah, I've just been told that I've got to buy the next 3 rounds, otherwise I'm in big trouble.
Oh dear.
So, Seb, I'm hoping you can give me a bit of a payday loan, mate. I'm a bit short tonight.
Reggie, stop it, mate. Stop that now.
You've got the most electrifying man in all of 8-ball pool in the competition, and of course you got the Gill Factor himself. It couldn't get much better than this.
Reggie, he's played a bad shot there.
Sorry?
That's a terrible shot.
But the
He's
thing
run
is
it 2
here,
miles too
he
far.
could really, really turn the screw
I'm
here
telling
if he
you
just
now,
played
this
a...
could be a momentum swinger, because he should have gone 5-0 up, and now he's left his an awful shot. He can't get on this red. He needs to dig in with loads and loads of check side off this top rail to even give his a chance, and then he can't get on black. So I really do think he's messed this up. He's missed a massive
he has
trick.
to take a chance here, okay? He can pot this red with a bit of stun and right hand side and go top cushion through the brown and green spot, side cushion, and take a chance.
What, and can on the blackout?
Yeah, maybe, because it
But
doesn't...
he hasn't got a chance to win it frame otherwise.
Well, no, he's tried something else
He's
instead
tried
and it's
something
gone
else,
horribly wrong.
He's missed a massive trick.
But you know what? He hasn't left him an easy starter, an easy
Yeah, this yellow
snooker.
goes outside at Black Ridge.
Oh, does it? Beg your
you
pardon?
can just
Oh,
put
right,
trace
okay.
aside on this, it can come back across. Oh, he's
Yeah,
just played in gap, but
that's a bad mistake then. If that's the case, he's let John off the hook.
he should have gone
That's a bit
5
like
now.
frame 1, isn't it? A bit like frame 1, wouldn't you say?
it's kind
Where
of
John let Tom off the hook in frame 1.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
So they've had one each here now, one bad mistake each, where John should have won frame 1, and certainly Tom, like Seb said, should be 5-zip.
Oh,
So
yeah,
hey, what's going on here? Oh, he's getting involved with that red.
Why
Very
did he play that
surprised.
with Why did he play that with
He's
Bottom?
played a 1-2 with the red there. I mean, there's no need for that, but he's got it done, so
Yes,
he's up and
that's
running.
it.
You can hear the crowd.
I'm a bit shocked. I'm a bit shocked. Let's just say that. I'm a bit shocked that he played with drag on that last ball, but he got away with
I
it.
mean, why didn't he just keep
Would
it
you
simple?
not just run it round off 2 rails?
Yeah, I would have done. I wouldn't have gone anywhere near that red. What if that had hit the red and gone back on the top cushion and left him a tough
Yeah,
black?
it would
And
be-
then you missed the tough black from under the top cushion. You could have easily hit the red a bit thicker and left the white tight on the top cushion near the black spot.
Just watch how Tom breaks these, Reggie, compared to what John's breaking them like.
Right, here we go. Be interesting to
There's
see.
a massive difference in the break.
He's got a break cue as well. He's got
Yeah, they've both got a
It's
break
not a
cue.
break cue. It's another cue that he
Yeah.
uses to smash them. Here we go.
But look at that
And look
split.
at that, Jesus!
Oh my! There's a
That's
massive
a
difference in the
sledgehammer
break.
of a break. That is. Look at
John's-
that. I mean, they're virtual drop-ins.
I
Look.
think John's using Jason Owen break cue, and I'm going to be honest now. It's not. I don't know if it's Harrington or what, but they're not splitting at all. It might be the rack. I know he's not happy with the triangle that he's racking him with. But the break's going to cost him this match if it carries on like this, because Tom's hitting balls too well.
I mean, look at that split there. Listen, if he doesn't lose the white, they are they not drop-ins?
Yes, correct.
They're drop-ins, aren't they? Not even by the top of the pile players, just by the good player standard, they are drop-ins. You're supposed to get these.
I'm thinking Tom's having a look here, he's taking 8 balls, because a lot of people would have looked at that table there and thought,
Yellows.
yellows. But
No,
yellows
it
are not the
was-
balls.
It was reds because of the yellow that's sandwiched between the 3 reds here, just to the left
Yes,
of the pin spot.
correct.
That's a massive problem ball.
But
It doesn't look it, but it is.
on reds, they no problem balls.
No, there isn't. Just keep hold of your white and tap them all
Yeah.
in.
They
You've
need
just
to
got
be
to pot the
careful with
one
this.
near the bottom right corner first to free the passage for the
Yeah.
one that's to the right of the black.
I'd play this a slow kiss on top black, Reggie, because he can't hold it playing ball.
I know he's just played
just wants
that
to-
a bit careless there. He should have been straighter on this. It should have been straightforward.
But he could just play a slow cannon onto black, and then he's on choice of 2 reds, and he's not going to
Question
miss.
is, can he get through, Seb, to the one nearest the right corner?
Oh yeah, he can
And
definitely
if
get
he
it. Yeah.
can, why isn't he playing it? Just drop it in with a load of right hand side to check the white. And you're playing for a choice of 2, Seb, that are nearest the white. Here we go.
Played to cannon the yellow. That's worked out nice.
Do you know what?
That's worked out nice.
If that's what he's played, that's a fantastic shot, because I thought maybe just
That
drag.
was risky, and I'm not sure he did play it, to be honest. But that's what it is now. So if he's played the cannon, the red's only going into 2 possible pockets in it. Whereas if he kissed the black,
Does that red go into that green corner pocket to make it a straight pot?
it looks tight, but it looks like it does go.
It does. I
And he
think
can
he's
just
he's
top it
taking
through
it
for
on. Here we
rail.
go. Here we go.
He can just top it
Yeah,
through.
it
Do you know
goes
what I
clean.
mean? He's had a bit of a result there, and he's going to take that
He
every
didn't play
day
that,
away.
did he? There's no way he played for green
No,
corner pocket.
He
No chance.
definitely didn't play it like that, but he's going to take it at this stage at match, Reggie.
Yeah, of course you will. At the end of the day, you play for areas, and if you find that
This
you're on
black don't
another
go in
pocket,
corner.
then so be
Spin
it.
it round 2. Perfect.
Yeah, he's okay. It runs a bit the table, but still pretty comfortable. Shouldn't be a problem.
Very
Just this
comfortable.
8 ball for 5-1.
Yes.
Yeah, it's there. Didn't touch
And,
the sides, potting the ball clean.
Well, that
Shows a
was
sign of
break and dish. That's
confidence.
3 out of 3 break and dishes. And that just shows you how well he's breaking.
Yeah, John really needs to start. Oh, actually, John's now reverted to the black triangle.
Just flick him on, Reg.
Okay, there, yeah.
Yeah. Use mouse. Yeah, I've just had Reggie tapping a screen trying to put a score on.
I thought it was touch control screen and realised they're not that advanced. Yeah, that's in Japan.
Yeah.
We're still in the dark ages here in the United Kingdom, sadly. In Japan, that's touch screen, by the way, Seb. Did you know that? You know, in Japan, when you're doing that on the screen, it'll actually, you touch it and it just goes off.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But we're not quite that
Reggie, look
advanced.
at the break again. That
But
break
that's
is
not
no
bad,
good.
you know. Come on, they've gone all over the
balls
table,
didn't
haven't they?
split, Reggie. Look at the balls did not come out of the cluster. That's been the same on every break. He's not setting the balls up right.
He's left gimmies again. For Barley, he's left gimmies and...
Oh, he's played a bad one.
he's played a par.
Might just, if he can get through to middle bag, he might still have a chance, you know.
Well, it looks to me from the commentary position that he can, but it's tight. But I just think, don't you think he just got down and played that a little bit on the quick side? Just a little bit more care on that opening shot.
But it's
bit
buzzing.
like,
It's buzzing.
I know, but it's a bit like what you told me the other night when I was playing that money match. Said, just have a look after the first shot. You know, if the opponent dry breaks, just have a look.
But you know what Tom's thinking now? He's played that terrible.
Much too hard. Didn't need to be Wes to touch. Any kiss on that ball and it drops in. Just a dead weight chop would have done. And of course, as a result of that, he's trying to drag and hold the white.
As I've been telling from the first frame on, the table is pulling a mile to the left, and Tom's just tried to play that dead weight. And my point has just been proven.
To the right.
To the left.
Well, to the left if you're queuing down the table, beg your pardon.
Yeah, the table's going to the left. So the ball has it's just proved my point, basically.
Oh, that's a good effort.
The ball is pulled off by a mile.
But that's okay, because that... Well, what I mean is it certainly isn't as straightforward now as it said as what it was when Tom first went to the table.
But to be fair, it is actually straightforward.
You think so? Because it's not as straightforward, then?
It's pretty much... It cannot... Well, let's just say
what I mean is the yellow only goes into one
The yellow goes into the middle pocket.
No, but I'm saying...
That's the only ball he's got to get on is the middle pocket, because then
actually, you're
he's
right.
on the other yellow into the
I'll take that
corner.
back, actually, yeah. If he gets on the one in middle, it's the
Even
frame's
if he gets on
mercy.
Corner pocket first, it's irrelevant. Do you know what I mean, Reggie? His play is terrible, though.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it should have been going towards that way, not stunning the white up, if you know what I mean. Now he can't hold this.
Yeah, perhaps he needed to be the idea being a lot closer, less to work, less work to do.
I wouldn't have stun dragged it. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have. I'm not on this cloth anyway. And I just played it middle at white. Oh, he's missed that there. Look at some.
Positional shots are going awry here, and John Sullivan would be mighty grateful for this opportunity, because I'm with Seb on that one. I think that should have been frame.
John's played that terrible as well. He should have been leaving his centre angle to drag the ball, to drag the red off the cushion. He's just hit it too hard. And now he's trying to play on it at this shot, I believe. Has he come hard enough to play it? I don't know. I think this ball's going to pull out, you know. I'm going to call it now. This is going to pull out.
But tough shot.
Oh, it's just dubbed it all way,
it won't pull out.
It's
on
just
that
caught the cushion.
Because it's pulling that way, so it will stick to the cushions on that side of the table. Think about it. If it's pulling,
no, it's pulling to left. The table's pulling to left. He's all right. He's landed nice there.
Yeah, real confident shot there. Good striking of the white
John's
ball.
going to be off at 0 to be 5-2 here. I'm not sure about this shot.
Oh dear, he's got into that far.
Yeah, but he's still alright, Reggie. He's just going to pop the
know,
ball
but
on it.
He didn't need to get that much side on it. Just a trace would have done.
He's
played a good shot.
He hit it, Reg. That's thin, that. But he can't sour, so he can just concentrate on pot. Yeah, just concentrate on pot. He could never sour, so he won't really worried, would he? It's 5-2, yeah.
I think he's might relieved, you know. Might be relieved at that.
Definitely. Why wouldn't he be?
So there's not any...
Tom's had 3 break and dishes out of 3 breaks, so it's... Do you know what I mean?
In the game,
he's...
Tom's breaking like a monster. I'm going to be honest now. There's no way can John Sullivan win this match breaking like he is. I'm going to tell you that now. He's not breaking well enough. I don't know what difference is. We are the breaking him, but saying that, Tom
maybe that will change as the course of the evening goes on. Maybe he'll start hitting them different. Who knows? Maybe at the moment he's got a game plan and he's thinking,
they're both getting totally different splits. John's are not. Watch this. Look at that. Total massive difference.
Jesus.
It's just a massive difference.
Jesus.
I don't care who you are. If you're breaking bad and other guys breaking like this, you cannot win money matches, pool matches, any matches. It's impossible. He's breaking too well. And John's not breaking at all. He should have played that a little bit harder.
Yeah, because he could have played for 3 or 4 balls there.
Well,
I mean, the way he's played that, he's only played for 2.
Christ.
But if you drew that white back another 18
it's
inches...
still alright, he can still avoid the red.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, my point is, I think what you're saying is, at the end of the day, why play for, for only 1 or 2 balls when you can play for 4? Play into areas.
He's playing these too soft, He's done it again here.
I think he's just about okay.
He can just hold that, can't he?
Just about okay.
Because even if he has to run off top rail, it's not a problem. Yeah,
because he knows that. But you see now, as a result of that,
Yeah.
you can't get close to the blank.
But-
I'm not saying he should miss it, but it's missable from a distance.
That's why I would have just come a little bit further to come down and get close to black.
Yeah.
Because he shouldn't have left the wrong angle, but you've got to play this. These
Struggling
pockets are big,
with the pace of
Reggie.
the
These
team,
pockets are
times on
really
certain
big.
shots.
They're really big, Reggie. Look at that white. Did you see it pulling to left again?
Yeah. Saw it clearly. It's
I've told you, that's 4 break conditions on trot for Tom Barley. And while ever he's breaking like that on this table with the pockets this big, it's going to take a lot of beating. And let's just put it to test again. We're just going to watch John's break. I don't know what difference is in break cues, but there's a massive difference with results that they're both getting. John's balls are just not splitting at all. Let's see if he can give this some more hammer. Because he needs to get this break really going. He's winding up here big time. See, and he's just not getting. Look at that split. He's not getting that impact what Tom's getting at all. He's just not.
this isn't a bad split though. Come on, let's
No,
be
I'm not saying
fair.
it's a bad split, Reggie. What I'm saying is he's not getting the impact that Tom's
Yeah,
getting.
when they're exploding, they're
Tom's
flying
balls are
around the
flying
table.
around the table. John's balls, the black is barely moving, and the balls round the black are barely moving. But saying that, it's still come out nice, but it's not going to come out nice every time, Reggie.
At that speed, I understand what you're coming
I
from.
don't think it must be that break cue, because it looked like it were winding up on it big time there, but they just didn't seem to split, did they?
Well, these are going to be it's going to be 6-3 in it. I think John will be happy to be in the game.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Because Tom's had 4 break conditions.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you know what I mean? John, he can't be anything but I'm
Four
doing
rolls
all I
best.
can. I'm sticking with him. Do you know what I mean? It's 6-3. He's had 4 break conditions. Yeah, he's perfect here.
Screw back across behind the other.
Just a gentle one.
There you go, good shot, good improvisation there.
He might just run across foot black or just pull it back a little bit. He's got options. Yeah, just run across face with me. Yeah, that's the shot I would have played.
Uses the red, great shot. Such a fluent player when he's in full flow.
That was a great player, isn't he?
Yeah, and just shows you there, wasting no time, straight down on the shot, pots the ball, and it's frame 6-3. So, for anybody watching at home, I'd like to point this out. Should I say this?
How many viewers is there? Can we just get a shout out to 613 on Facebook,
Yeah.
70 on YouTube, I think it is.
Get sharing as well.
Yeah, sorry.
We need to get sharing.
Yeah, well, to all the people at home that are watching this, and if there's some youngsters out there watching this, let me just say this: for anybody that plays black ball rules, you're watching an exhibition here of 2 players that, in my opinion, played the game the right way. This is how
That
the
was a
game
bad
should
break,
be
that
played.
from Tom.
Another good break, and you know what? He's made a ball
He didn't
again.
catch them sweet at all.
He
But
missed it.
he's made a
He
ball.
missed it the break and he's look.
And he still made a ball, didn't he?
He's not perfect, but I think he's had a result making a ball, to be honest, after that break.
I couldn't agree couldn't agree more after his first 4 breaks.
Well, his first 4 breaks were absolute dreams, so he's still got a great chance here, though.
He's missed time, though, man. He's got away with it a little bit. But that can happen on the break, can't it? You just need that one ball
Can
to
he
cannon into him.
just?
Looking for a cannon.
I don't know if he's got angle just to cannon yellow. I'm
think
not
he's
sure,
got enough angle,
I
but-
think he's got. I think he wanted more angle.
Yeah, more
Now
of a
he's got
natural
to
shot.
force this, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's just got a little bit too much. Maybe leave it for a later down. I don't know if this is on, Or he's played double. See, I don't know about this shot,
It's frame winner or loser, isn't it, I think?
I'd have rather
And
played
he
this.
hasn't. Do you know what? He hasn't actually gone. This is one of those. He could have actually run a bit further to make it almost a straight double.
No, for me, listen, that weren't wrong choice because it was straight on this. He could have potted this one, and then he would have had more of an angle to go into that, and you would have got a better result than that.
Great.
Than playing for a double at that angle where he couldn't even get close to another ball.
Do you know the thing about Tom is, I think a lot of the times, and he's very attacking and everything else,
That's a
but
good shot.
I think when things are going well for him, I still think he's in danger of chasing finish after finish after finish.
He's probably just thinking, I need to make it 5 break conditions on trot. It's probably. I mean, I've been in that position myself where you're thinking, I wonder what record is. It's just going round your head, and you're thinking, nah, I'm not bothered about percentages. I'm going to try and get some sort of record for the most break conditions in a match.
But that's, if there's one criticism of the fluency players, sometimes that to me seems an evident problem where they just don't know sometimes when to put the brakes on and realise I've got a fantastic position here, slow down, just sit it out for a couple of frames and actually turn the screw even more on your opponent by changing your tactics.
That's a result and a half, that.
But they don't, they keep going.
Get straight through to this, you know.
I think he can.
Yeah, look.
He's been lucky, he can go through.
Oh, he's looking there. Yeah, it might go as well, you know. I don't know, is it tight? Yeah, he can just get through for it.
Well, it's okay, considering his position, that's okay.
John needs to play a really good shot here.
I think I'd be tempted to go here.
I'll be honest with you, if I got him with a snooker, I'm playing the yellow furthest on my right.
No,
and just drop into the left behind the one in the middle. Surely that's got to be the right shot.
It's not
dead weight. Dead weight.
No. Bottom yellow, if that's what he's playing.
No, that's the shot, but it's too hard. He's got two yellows tied behind and he hasn't found either of them.
For me, that we're just too risky, that shot, Reggie.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think so, mate.
I don't know. I just think it's a dead weight sort of shot, and long as you hit it, not too hard.
But then you're relying on table as well, Reggie.
But surely after 9 frames, you know the speed of the table.
No, not really.
Okay, maybe it's all the crash bang wallop that's going on then, and they don't.
And they don't know that table's pulling off, do they? Do you know what I mean? Or maybe they do, and they don't want to play him that slow. I don't know, but
okay, that's a possible. That's possible.
This is not easy. This is tweakable. This. Just played it nice. Is that red going to pull up? It is beautiful.
It's okay. It's frame over.
Yeah, what a relief that is after his missed early doors, and let John back into it, and it looking like 6-4. Well, it's going to be 7-3, and Tom's going to be a bit mode, even though he's played a careless shot there. That is careless. That. He's not playing this playing ball, is he? Could go in off yellows.
I think he's alright though.
Oh, just missed him.
He played it just slightly to the far jaw, then he just missed that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jesus.
But it should never have come to that. It should have been a lot more straightforward, I feel, with the position he had with 2 reds and a black. But I suppose if you're still making the pots and the crowd's going to keep cheering... I can't see if they're
calling out for flyers here. Go Factor. I'm entering flyers tonight and I can't hear if they're calling out or not.
7-3.
Well, if you've entered the flyers really and you sat in commentary box, you're in a bit of dire straits because it would be very, very hard to hear anything when you've got the headphones on. So, good luck with that one, Seb.
Well, we've got Kyle Cope and Kane Monaghan starting on the second stream as well now.
I didn't see it. That looked a better split, that one. It looked a better split, but it's come out dry.
Oh wow, look at the state of them as well. John's body language there coming away from that break, just he's starting to get a little bit frustrated.
I think he'll be fuming about that last frame, to be honest, because he knows how well Tom's played early doors and he had a good chance to make it 6-4, and it's just another 4 frame. He's worked hard to get back to 6-3, and then he's basically just gifted him by playing a loose safety shot. And this is a fantastic opportunity. This is his hardest shot in finish.
That's
just going to stun it in.
Yeah, but that's half the problem, though, isn't it? At the end of the day, you see, when you play in that manner, an all-out attack type of style, the problem is these type of players don't work a lot on the other side of the game, those little deft touches from distance. If you compare these type of players to, if you like, a Keith Brewer type of character, obviously from the World Rules side, he's been a masterclass at rolling to balls.
What's he done there?
Well, he's just missed it and he got down and gone across it with right-hand side.
I didn't see it.
Missed it straight off the off there. That was never a roll-off, that was just over-chop. Chopped it too much.
He's not even on chopped it too much. I think he just queued across it a little bit.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, wouldn't you agree that these type of players don't play enough in that other game? So when they need to do a deft little shot like John in the last frame, they're unable to do it because it's not in their repertoire.
I understand what you're saying, and people will always say that snookering behind it.
No way. No way. Yeah, he's got that tight, but I thought he had a great chance of clearing them up.
But I think this is going to be the order of the day. If John Sullivan wants to win this match, Tom Barley will present him with chances to do this sort of thing. I think he needs to do more of it. I really do.
This is what I've been...
It takes away from John's game, though, if he does that.
Obviously, I've been thinking about the game with Tom, and I've been thinking, shall I put an old cloth on the table, make them
See, it was the order of the
pockets
day.
tighter. That's what I've been thinking to myself, Gill Factor. I'm not sure what you'll think about that.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, at the end
Listen, I
of the day,
don't care what you're saying, Reggie. I'm trying to talk to you, man.
sometimes you've got to play the odd safety shot to present yourself with an easier chance. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying go fudging all night.
And then you forget how to put balls.
Correct. It takes away from your game, I think, sometimes.
Reggie, what would you think about me leaving an old cloth on the corn table, making them pockets tight?
You'd be finished.
How would you feel if Tom out-fudged you?
Oh my
Yeah, but
God.
I know that's impossible.
No.
Every time I play Tom, I know that I've got him at fudging game. But I don't play enough of it, to be honest.
I think just go 2 rails in behind
I think we'll
it.
just go pot for pot and we'll just see what happens, and that's why we had 2 good games. It's pot white.
I thought
He's
he
still
was
left
enough.
this on though. I think it
Why
might
does
go.
he should be going 2 cushions, side and top and behind.
Does it go? That's the question, Reggie.
The red? No, I don't think it does.
No.
He's playing the one at the bottom
Does
here.
it double then? Can it?
No, he's playing the one at the bottom and he's just pushing it into open
Yeah,
play.
but he hasn't pushed it into open play, Reggie.
But he has though, hasn't he,
No,
really?
'cause I don't think it goes.
That red
He's left
pass is
John
yellow.
he's left John a shot to note here.
The red
he can
pots.
play this as a snooker as well.
Okay, but the red pot's into the
Oh,
bottom.
he's played another shot.
That's alright, that.
Yeah, he's up with that double kiss every day at week.
That's okay, he's just bounced the ball out, so one more shot needed now to clear up. Unless Tom pulls out something that we haven't seen.
No, basically, I'm just looking down line at Red here, just having a gander. If I don't know if they're called total or not, but
I don't think it is. I think he might be able to skim the.
I think
the
that's a
one on the
total.
right.
I'm not sure about the one on the left, but he can't get through to this anyway. Oh! How's it put up white there? That's so careless. Reggie.
It is, but you know, he's took the risk there. The way, obviously, the angle at which.
Yeah, but it was such an easy pot. Why would you risk the white?
He's played it badly, then, hasn't he? That's the only way I answer to that. Is that he's played it badly, and obviously his facial expression as he went back to
Well,
the chair.
there you go. And what do you like 7-3, a chance to go 8-3 up? You've got an easy pot on, then you pot white. What would be going through your mind there?
That's a
I
bad
wouldn't be
shot
happy
from
with
John
that.
there.
I'd be
That's a terrible
punching-
shot.
Well, I wouldn't punch the table, but I'd certainly be screwing my face up like he did and going,
definitely.
Jesus, what the hell was that?
I'm sorry we can't see comments in chat box, people. There's no comments in front of us whatsoever, so we haven't got a clue what you're saying, what you're not saying. So I just want to apologise on behalf of Reggie if he's boring you. On behalf of Craig if he's boring you. Obviously I'm fantastic.
It's alright, Craig. Just let him carry on. He's loving it, isn't he? I think Seb's blowing all his own trumpets.
The Gill Factor, listen, the people listening at home, the Gill Factor, I've just convinced you that Tom played a bad shot out of a snooker. He clipped a ball in out of a snooker and sour, and you're telling me it was a bad shot. Gill Factor, I've done it all now.
No, I wasn't watching, mate. I wasn't watching.
Exactly.
I done
And
one of
that's
yours.
why I got you. I done
know,
you.
because you knew I wasn't watching.
I knew you wasn't
I was
watching.
thinking what you want about. I'm thinking, because when I actually looked, it
Seb,
couldn't
we're
really.
the most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment.
Oh, behave yourself in the commentary box, all right? We're not here to play fun and games. We're here to commentate on the game, not try and catch each other out, all right? So if I see you on your phone again, you're in trouble.
Are you going to? Well,
I'm not going to know, but you need to send
Are you
somebody.
not boozing?
No, you need to send Dixon. He's over there, big lad Dixon.
Listen, Reggie,
Yeah,
you
another
called
good
it
break.
earlier.
Look at this for a break.
You called it earlier though, Reggie.
Hold up a minute.
The
He hasn't-
Brexit could turn around.
But look, yeah, exactly.
What
He
did
hasn't
you
made
say?
one. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. You said earlier.
Yeah, could turn
The
around.
Brexit could turn around.
And look what's happened.
And now look at these Reds for 7-5.
Lovely, absolutely lovely. These Reds are.
They should be going.
He's
these.
still breaking like a dream, isn't he, Seb?
Oh,
Tom?
yeah, it's still
But
crunching.
this
a bit.
time he hasn't
This
got
time,
one.
if a ball doesn't drop and you're breaking that well, you know for a fact
You're
you're
in
going to
trouble.
leave
You're bang in trouble.
pretty easy finishes on. But I'll tell you something now, he's not taking them out easy, is he?
No, because
He's having to work.
I don't understand why he's not screwed that back towards.
why is he
the
not
middle
screwed
pocket.
straight out?
Yeah, don't know.
He's got to get some serious drag on this, or
He
else
has.
he goes right back at Red. Oh, no.
And see, when you start doing that, you start knocking
I
into
think
balls.
he's still
and-
okay. He's
Oh,
all
my
right.
God, he's had a result in here.
Should be, yeah,
He
should
could
be
count
okay.
over Red out here as well.
No, he'll cannon the yellow here.
You know, I'd have played it harder than that.
He's in trouble now.
I think he was scared about sending the yellow over to.
Yeah, but I would have rather done that than risk not being
Yeah,
on
I
this
would.
ball.
And the only reason this has all happened was the
It
poor
could
shot
back heel,
into the
listen.
top corner.
Back
Coming
heel
out
into
for the
the
one
middle
to
back.
middle was all wrong.
Agree. Back heel to the middle bag.
It's the only shot he's got.
You've got a target off the yellow as well, potentially.
It's the only shot he's got. And if he catches
You're
it
not
right,
guaranteed anything, are you?
if he catches it right, the white's coming back towards the yellow on the bottom rail.
He's seen it anyway.
So he could actually snooker this, and even if he gets this.
Have you sent someone to the bar because you've got a drink and we haven't?
That's a
Got
shot.
it, but
It's quite-
No.
obviously
he's not on the
angle
red.
what, wrong angle that.
again, this is disappointing from John because he's had a couple
He's got
of
a chance of
chances.
fluke in this. Bottom middle back. I mean, bottom
Not
right.
blocking, has he?
Oh, no. Yeah, that was such an easy finish, and I can't win frame now. So this is my cue, people, to go to the bar and refresh.
You go this time and I'll go next one.
No, but how many pints do you owe me, Reggie? Come on.
I don't owe you any.
Why didn't you give it money?
I haven't got any money, I'm broke.
I haven't got any money, I'm broke.
You've got plenty.
I haven't got a bean to
The
my
most
name, Reggie.
electrifying man
If
in
there's
all.
anybody out there listening, we're just going to set up a Just Giving page. It's for me
Get
and
round
Reggie
it.
Gill. We just need our £8.25.
Correct.
So if there's any chance, people, you
If
generous
anybody wants to,
people.
I agree with Sebastian.
This is not the
100%.
way
Some
to go
generous
either.
people out there that like me and Seb.
What's
Oh, it's a
doing
great shot. It's a great hit. I mean, okay, I know he's in trouble, but it's still a great shot.
it? He's
He
got a
could have
massive-
gone the other way, Craig. Yeah, he could have gone the other way, but
He had a massive
you see
target.
exactly. You see it the way you see it, don't you? When you're out there,
The thing is, Reggie.
it's easy for us sat here thinking, yeah,
It is, but
but it was.
Reggie,
I agree with
do
you. It
do
was the
want me to
right
get
way.
on the table? I'll start mopping them up, mate.
Sebastian, we
No,
all
listen,
know
the
how
bottom
you
line
elect.
is, just stop talking for a second. I can't get a word in edgeways.
Okay.
Listen, he had tap-ins off the break. Tom
Right.
Rutt, he had tap-ins. He should not have missed that finish. Bottom line.
correct.
And he will not win this frame because of that. That
Well,
terrible.
that's not the best choice. He's lined
I
them
still
all up. He
think he will
can't see
win.
anything here.
I think
You
he
still think
will.
he'll win this frame?
Yeah, I still think he'll win the frame.
Oh my God!
No, Tom's going to lock him up here.
You're a betting man, then, Craig.
I am, but not on things like this. But I've just got a feeling.
Straight double here.
This is.
Absolute straight double. What a shot.
But
Yay!
he's been smart there because worst case scenario, if he'd missed it, he hit the white.
Yeah, that would have
So it just shows you like
He could
where
have
his,
easily
what his
got the double
mindset
kiss,
was.
but he played it really well. He's
And
missed
he's
that.
missed it, and here we go. If this
He's left
goes
a skill
in,
shot.
Craig, what were you saying? Good call by Craig. He said, I
Yeah.
still think John would win. And he
I don't
missed
know a
it.
lot of things, but I
Any
know
player in the world of pool will get this skill shot.
No, I'm sorry.
Why
No,
is he
they won't.
dragging
I
it?
disagree.
Why is he
You're
dragging
wrong.
it? Why is he dragging it? Oh my God! I would not have dragged that. I'd have just played it plain ball. You couldn't miss the skill shot for me.
Yeah, I had a
Dragging it just made it a little bit harder, didn't it? But
If you catch it wrong and you're struggling, aren't you, dragging it? But
well, there you go, people. It's fireworks here at the Norbreck Castle, England. Seb Webb,
Blackpool.
Reggie Gill, and Craig Vegas Day for one night only.
You're telling me it's for one night
On
only.
Tsunami Streaming. Brought to you live by Wayne Pinder.
The man of the moment.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Seb doing his Michael Bluffer impression here.
they should have got you MC before the game. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, that's what they should have done. Craig's right what he's saying, Reggie. Let's see how these split now, yeah? Has
Here
he
we
got
go,
his
here
break
we go.
Has he timing it there?
Here we go.
No, not at all. Look at the
jeez,
break again.
Look at that. Okay, he's made the ball.
It's bad, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? He's lucky to be 7-5 down.
I'll tell you
Tom's had
what.
4 break dishes, and John cannot get the
bet he
break
can't-
sorted.
I
Yeah,
bet he can't believe the score.
I
the way he's broke.
can't believe the score, to be honest. He's
You
not
know, if
breaking
you'd have
well
been
enough.
out there tonight, I think you'd fancy being about 10-2 up by now. 3 more on yours.
Well, there's been 12 frames, yeah. I think
10-2.
Tom's going to be massively disappointed to be 7-5 up. For me, he's absolutely chucked 2 frames away. Absolutely chucked them away. I mean, the last frame's absolute criminal. Come on, let's be honest.
You should never be losing.
He's
that
got
frame.
7 frames. He's got Johnny Din and a good snooker. No, I'm sorry, but that will hurt Tom. Big time.
The problem is they're not willing to play one more safety shot to consolidate the position. They're almost obliged, like they're like going
Reggie,
2 boxers looking
Reggie,
at each other
look
and
at this. We might have a shot on his hands here, Reggie. If he clips this into middle pocket, he's opening everything up.
yeah, and he can dish under the dish.
Can
But
the
the
black
thing
go
is,
in there?
how do they finish? Where do the yellows go? That's
Can
the
the,
thing.
can the black go in here?
I think he cannon's yellow, cannon's red out at way.
It depends on the split. Here we go.
Oh,
That's a
he's
shot.
just missed the red.
No, that's
that
perfect.
Black, that black
That's
might go, you know.
No, the black. That doesn't. He can get on the black. My point is,
I'm saying the black might go in the corner
I think
anyway.
it does, Seb. I think it does.
For me, if you don't need to go into it, you don't go into it.
Exactly. I think it goes, Craig the Black.
But I'd be getting on the ball over the pocket here.
Yeah,
Oh, what a double kiss is that there. I think he overhit it massively there. He's had the dreamiest of double kisses. He
he
can just stun
trying to
this.
get out?
No, he can just stun this round off.
Round the
Look at
back.
that.
Round the back. There we go.
Perfect. But he's gone too hard again. He could have to play this in top bag, you know.
I don't know, yeah, top back. It should be okay.
He's played a cannon, hasn't he? He don't want to be straight.
He
alright,
might
you
have
go
the
back
angle
into
here,
the
you know.
If
I think
he's
it goes in
straight,
the middle.
I'm telling you that black goes. I'm convinced of it. That black goes.
yeah, in corner, yeah. Does it go in the middle?
I don't think so. It doesn't go in the middle. No.
If it's straight,
Can't
you can just
get enough of it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
it
goes. He's
goes-
dragging back. Yeah, it goes in middle back.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, corner.
Corner bag. I didn't realise I had that much angle, to be honest.
He should, but I think he probably
it's
just
not gonna
about be
miss that,
okay
Reggie.
here.
These pockets are massive. They're like my jeans pockets.
He's playing up. He gives us a quick salute to the commentary position here.
I saw
John
one in
Sullivan.
the house. Right,
Dear, oh dear. But 7-6.
Gil Factor, I'm just going to make a quick trip to the bathroom.
Yeah,
mate.
well, you're going to get the beers
I'm
in?
not going by, mate. I've just had some sent for me.
Well, can't you get me one?
I can't get you one, mate, no.
Well, can't you fetch me one?
How many pints do you owe me, Reggie? Come on, be honest.
I don't know, mate. I never
Come
see
on.
you.
No, what did I sort you out at the weekend, Reggie? Come on, mate.
Correct.
What did you say to me? I'm going to look after you this weekend.
Correct.
Have you looked after me yet?
Well, I've not had a chance, mate. We're in the commentary box
Now's
tonight.
your chance, brother.
That's
you know where
right.
the bar is.
No, well, I can't. I'm commentating on this game, so I'm not going to the bar. So I need to stay with the action.
It's come dry again. Anyway, people, that's me out for 5 minutes. I need to go to the bar.
All right, we'll let him have a break because he's electrified us in the commentary position for long enough. So he's off to the... listen, can you...
Oh, it's John. It's a bad miss. I think he's implying there that's actually rolled out.
I'm not going bar. I've got some coming for me. I'm not going to the bar.
Okay, yeah. Well, Sebastian's just left us. It's just me and Craig then in the commentary box. Was that Tom Barley or John? Craig, I missed that, sorry, in all the commotion of trying to get Seb to buy me a beer.
No, it was John. He missed the ball to the middle, but I think he implied that it rolled out.
It's rolled out, yeah. So the arm's gone out to say, look, that's turned.
I'm not sure if it has or not, but I can't see from here properly. But
so it's always difficult for us guys. We're sitting here with the monitor and
we don't know for sure.
Yeah, it's very difficult to judge at times. So if anybody can see it more clearly at home or they think it did, fair enough. You know, it's not so much. It's not so much that we're wrong so much, but with the angle we have, it is hard to judge at times. So I'll take John's. We'll take John's opinion on that. That he has rolled out and he feels he's been hard done to. But I'm sure over the course of the match, Craig, that we'll see maybe one or two like that for Tom as well, where he looks and thinks, "Ouch, it's rolled out." So
that's going to happen.
Tends to even itself out.
This isn't ideal either. He's got to sort of screw this in the middle and avoid the red on the side rail. But I think he's just done enough. I think he'll be all right. But
yeah, he's played it well.
Yeah, he has.
Played it well. And he's actually okay. Well, he's just drifted onto the cushion.
Should be okay, yeah. This shouldn't be missing
just
these.
cue this nicely and it's in.
Oh, he's missed it.
But he's missed. And I just felt with it landing on the cushion, it made it missable, didn't it, Craig? It shouldn't have been. He should still get it. Yeah. But it made it missable. You know, it's just awkward enough.
I know he's a fast player, but I almost felt like he got down to that very, very quick and rushed it. You know, sometimes with that sort of shots, give it a bit more care and just go, make sure you cue the ball.
Cue the ball.
You can't miss it.
That's the phrase, isn't it, Craig? Cue the ball.
Yeah.
You know, 2-3 more seconds will not hurt you. Just lock the body up and just nice and steady, no movement in the body and cue the ball.
Yeah, that's all he needed there. John's got tough ask here of a finish, but he might even be able to play.
I'll tell you what, he's big bag, Craig.
He's got to watch the white though. The white's going the same way.
He's got it all wrong. He's going to be absolutely disgusted with that. I mean,
again, it's a shot he give really no thought to. But you know, I mean, they're both good players. They're both very attacking. They will make mistakes like this, but when they're good, they're very good, and when they're bad, you know, they can be, you know, extremely bad as well.
The thing with this style of play is, for me, and I play this way. Obviously, I'm nowhere near these two standard. But what I would say is this: the players who play like this, but are a little bit more reserved and just play a little bit more of the other game, they're the ones that are even harder to beat. Because on them sort of frames, you don't get a gift off them. They won't dive in and think, well, I'm just going to clear these up. They'll look for the extra safety shot to bring that bad ball into play and then tap them all in and say, see you later. Yeah, that's all I've been trying to point out from the start.
Oh, there we go. John's got a great chance here on yellows.
Did John break or was this Tom's break?
No, that was John's break.
Yeah, but that's a lovely split because Seb was actually earmarking that, wasn't he, Craig, saying
that's
John's...
a bad shot.
Oh, dear.
So, like, mistakes like this will creep into the game and, you know, it will swing on a sixpence this game. Wouldn't surprise me if someone went, like, you know, 5 or 6 clear and then they pulled it back. But for me, I just think John's a little bit more of a complete player than Tom. That'd be my opinion on it at the start, but I won't say there's loads between them. I think it's a good game.
There isn't. It's like, I agree with you, Craig, the speed at which these two players play, the audience at home, okay, will say, oh, God, how's he missed that? But I agree with Craig in the sense you're going to see those mistakes because they play that quickly. They don't take an awful long time.
They're like, without sounding disrespectful, but like a poor version of Jordan Shepherd. Because Jordan Shepherd's like, you know, he plays this style of game, but he doesn't make...
He just doesn't miss very often, does he? He just keeps on potting the balls.
That's a bad shot.
And
he should get the skill shot, though.
Yeah, he's had a result there.
He should get
I agree with Craig. That was lucky he's finished plumb on that.
Got it, yeah.
Been fortunate, anti-Craig, there, really.
Could have tied him up together. Anything could have happened there. He's going to have a long black, but he should get this. Can't see him.
Yeah, it's lovely. You know, like I say, it's lovely to watch when these two are flowing like and they're banging balls. But they will throw in those mistakes, and that's the difference between these two and a Jordan Shepherd type character.
Yeah.
He plays this game, but he is just simply one of the best out there right now, pound for pound, punch for punch, money for money. He's one of the best. Simple as that.
I think he's the best player to play this style of game.
At this type of speed, I probably couldn't disagree with you, because I'm trying to think. I'm actually racking my brain thinking who is better at that speed, the speed Sheppy plays at.
Don't think there's anyone, is there?
I mean, to be fair, at the end of the day, he not so long back played Craig Wadd at Murphy's. I was there.
Yeah, he beat him.
It was marred with a load of nonsense. Well. Some idiots decided that they wanted to smash someone's head in, and it's kind of spoiled the game. So I think Jordan Shepherd played really well.
Yeah,
I think Wadd had a nightmare with his breaks, and that was the difference in the end. I think they're both fantastic players, and they both play the game to a superb standard. But you can't have a nightmare in the breaks. It's a bit like what Seb said here about Tom Barley, the way he was breaking so well, but he hasn't forced home the advantage. And if you play Jordan Shepherd and break as badly as John Sullivan was breaking, Jesus Christ, he's out of sight. He's gone.
Yeah, he'd be gone.
Frame may be gone. He's out of sight. He's a mine to climb. But Tom, you see, little mistakes like this creeping in is allowing John, if you like, to stay in this match. Wouldn't you agree, Craig?
John's been lucky to get a shot in this frame. This is where he needs to make it pay and sort of punish him where Tom's been punishing his mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad shot. That's a terrible shot. Again, John just doesn't look with it at the minute, does he?
Did you not see that?
But he's not out of the match.
Craig, I thought he moved on the shot.
No, he has done. But the way he's played and the fact that he's still in the match, I think he'll be happy. And I think Tom's actually been by far the better player.
And he's only 3 ahead?
Yeah, and it's weird because I don't quite understand how that's come about.
No, I mean, to be honest, like Seb said, he broke 3 and 4 dishes, but at the end of the day, if you look at the scoreline and you look at how bad John broke in the first part of the match, he should be away and gone now, Tom Barley, but he's allowed, by his own mistakes, John to stay in this match, or to stay in touching distance.
Again, Tom's not he's far from perfect here.
This needed to be a better angle than it isn't. Here we go. Maybe 2 cushions now.
Yeah, he's played that well.
Yeah,
you don't want to be straight or enough.
But I think he's scratched.
No, he's
not. No, it's just pulled up. But again,
it's bent away. It's bent off the top rail. That.
Yeah, but look at the shot. He can't possibly. Well, I don't think he can get to the black off that.
I think he can.
Do you think he's got enough angle? Bit deceptive from here. Maybe a little bit of angle, but look, listen, the pot being welded to that knuckle is hard enough. Never mind trying to get out
he's going to
and get to the black.
And force it.
Here we go, then ping. Oh, that's a hell of a shot. Great shot.
It's a very good shot.
Great.
I thought he had enough angle to do that.
Yeah. You was right. Good call, Craig. I mean, for me, it looked like he's got an angle, but how much did he have?
Yeah.
Wow. And again, he can count himself and look here. Look at where the white's finished again. But this time he's knocked it in. I mean, listen, Craig, that was a tougher black than the straight one you referred to. Yeah. If he just took a little bit more time.
Correct. Yeah.
So of course, had he have potted that other black, we would now be looking at 11.5, a 6 frame cushion.
I think John still should be happy that he's still in the match because he's not been very good at all. And Tom's been by far the better player, and he's 4 behind. And over this sort of race, it's nothing. Tom just keeps having
I mean, I'm surprised. Why have they not got a scoreboard out there?
I'm not sure, because at the end of the day, we could make a mistake putting the frames on, couldn't we?
Yeah. Why is there not a scoreboard out there? This is crazy. We always have a scoreboard on match day, money match day, always.
I'm just going to give the wife a bell who's out in Benidorm, so give her a buzz now. I'll be back with you in a minute.
There you go, Craig paying homage to the wife there in Benidorm, and just leaving me to keep you guys in touch here with the commentary. Just myself. Seb has done a disappearing act for a few minutes, and Craig's otherwise engaged. But here we go, back to the action. And at some point, John will be looking to find a real head of steam and put in 3 or 4 or 5 frames without missing a ball and really becoming clinical. And at the moment that hasn't been the case, and hence the scoreline. Not a bad shot. Gives him a chance here to make the chop into the left centre, and it's worked out pretty nice. He's certainly got a shot, and he's landed, I think, nicely on the one into the bottom left. So I think he's going to drop this in and run through into an area where he's got a choice of 3. He's played it well. Well, it's just run on a little bit, but should be okay. Will he use the black to cannon here? No, he can pot it into top instead. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff now. Just run this in using the side cushion and back out, and just stun this one into the top corner, which I would have thought for the black into the opposite centre. And that's what he's done. He's just the simplest of 8s and to pull one back to bring us to 10-7. You can hear the crowd there cheering. It's 10-7, a little smile, a little exchange between the players at the table there. Nice to see. Tom says something to John. John smirks, and it's 10-7.
So and again, just somehow he just finds his way that little bit closer to him. You know, when Tom's not got breathing space here, he's only 3 in front.
Yeah, you kind of. But to be fair, that was a massive finish there, because you kind of got the feeling that if he messed up there one more time, Craig, there, then you would have had, like I said, the 5-frame cushion. When you're 5 frames behind, that's a long way off, against the good players, because sometimes you don't get the chance. You dry again, and they dish, and then they dish. Suddenly you're 7 behind. So I think it's a very important frame, for a much more important frame for John than it was for Tom Barley.
Similar to this one, isn't it? You know, if 10-8, Tom won't be too worried because he's still in front, but
no.
11-7, it looks a bigger deficit than probably what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
I always look at 4 frames deficits, and I always think, oh, that's not ideal. You know, but no. It's not a lot, is it? You know, if you win 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1,
yeah,
you know, you're back level again.
Yeah, definitely. And on top of that, I think sometimes when you have a lead of 3 or 4 frames, some of that is the mindset of the individual player as well. Some players will be 4x clear, and depending on what style of play they normally adopt, it can be huge, because they don't give you a lot and they don't just keep chasing finishes. So to get the 4 frames back off those type of players is very difficult.
Yeah.
But in an open game like this type of game, these 2 players,
you could get 4 chances on the trot.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Craig. Couldn't agree more. That pendulum can swing in a 5 or 10 minute period. So it's.
There you go, there's a miss anyway.
It's one of those. It's just the style of this, the way this game's being played, that you still couldn't at any stage of this match so far still call an outright winner. Yeah, Tom's got the edge, but like Craig said, it's only by 3, and we know that can turn around in a 10-15 minute period.
The thing is, though, John will be pleased to be at this scoreline, I think.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I think so. Yeah, young Craig, me and Craig are just having a look at the opposite table there, Craig. Young Carl Cope here.
About to go 3-0 up by the looks of it.
If he pots this, he's missed it. He's moved though. He's moved on the shot there. Clearly, he needed to stay steady on that shot. It was a tricky little cutback. He's missed it. It's 2-1. So
there we go. Young Keane's drag one back, 2-1. It's game back on again.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed there looking at that last shot thing, because 3 love, you know. But
how good is Kyle anyway? He's from your way, isn't he?
Yeah, he's actually. I would say, okay, I'm gonna make a bold statement here and say he's very Craig Lakin-ish at 15, 16 years of age. That type of thing when Craig was that age. Obviously, Craig's now 26 and an accomplished player. But Kyle's of that similar mould. Very good player. Very good player for that age.
I remember when Craig was like 15, 16, he was very, very good.
Yeah, I put Kyle in that same mould. Very pots balls for fun. Very good player, and generally is pretty good with his white as well. So certainly, I'll say it keeps his head on the ground. Very level-headed youngster. And
Craig only 26.
Sorry?
Craig only 26.
Craig's 26, 27 any time now. Yeah, I know. He seems to have been around forever, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's like I know he's similar sort of age to me. I thought he was a couple of years older than me, but
yeah, I think
I'm 27. Like.
I think he's 26 and going to be 27 or whatever. I mean, I know he's 26. I don't know if he's quite turned 27 yet, or if it's in the very near future.
He's a player, though, isn't he?
Oh, at the end of the day, there isn't many better to watch when he's flowing around the table. A bit like Seb as well.
Again, I think
a bit like these two.
of both of these.
Yeah, they're all of that same mould,
yeah.
And they will all have their days when they shoot the lights out and hardly miss anything. But then they'll have other days like today, where, as we've seen,
yeah, where they can't miss anything.
Yeah, where there's just too many mistakes at the moment.
Everyone makes them, though, don't they? That's not the greatest either from John there, but I think he's all right. I think he's still in the frame, but he's. I think he's going to try and roll this in and play the red to the top. I think that's what I'd do.
Yeah, I think giving himself a real problem though, because obviously knocked a second yellow. But I just think I agree. I agree that
very, very well.
If you're up there in the middle of the table, Craig, behind the brown spot, 2 yellows that are on the cushions up there ain't that big a deal if you're in that area behind them. So
I don't know if he'd made that or not.
I just think he's made it. Great shot.
Again, you know what I mean here, like John's had a chance
Well,
and it's
where he's going to leave the white if he screws it back. Here we
missed
go.
a double massively. I do find on these tables, right, this is a frame here that John shouldn't lose in a month for Sundays. But from what I've seen so far, nothing would surprise me at the minute. But if John can get back to 10-8 here, how massive is that? The way he's played and the way...
Yeah, I bet he can't believe it.
No,
I bet he can. If he wins this frame, Craig, I'll bet he cannot believe his.
I've got a small bet on John, but I must admit, I'm very happy that he's still in the match here. That's a shot.
Oh, that's a great shot. So much control. Love the
what,
queuing on that shot. Great queuing.
If John can get flowing here,
those sort of shots, Craig, wouldn't you say are massive confidence boosters when you play them that well, and the crowd reacts to it? It's a massive confidence booster.
It's one thing that John loves as well. The crowd.
Yes, the most electrifying man in all of 8, Paul has just returned to my left here in the commentary position.
I'm back, people.
Now, did you win the flyer?
I've come to save the day. Yeah, I think I've missed my spot at first flyer, but I think I'm in second one, so...
Our result.
He's...
Listen, the trouble is when you're sat at commentary box, you're relying on other people to put you in the flyer, and you send them messages, and unfortunately, then people just don't look at the phone, so yeah. I am absolutely fuming that I've missed out on 120 quid for first flyer.
So you were sure you were going to win it then?
Not 100%.
End of the day, if you're not sure you're going to win it, why enter?
No, I want to win it.
No, I thought you said you didn't like these short formats.
I actually had a word with John before I went out, Reggie. I just said to him, your break is terrible, John. And he actually agreed. He said, I'm moving to cup break. I haven't seen the last couple of frames, but it looks like he has his return to the cup break. Was that his first cup break, or did he do a cup break before that?
No, that's his first one.
Are you sure, Reggie?
I love it. The cup
Absolutely.
break.
You won't catch me out again. You missed the 3 break dishes in a row while you were gone.
I love it. Absolutely love missing things. Story of my life.
Oh, he can do everything. He can chant as well. I think young Keane's going to go 2 apiece on the other table as well.
Yeah, well,
He spoke with choice, aren't they? These days. Could you remember the days, like, a couple of years ago, where there was never a money match, and if there was one, there was like massive thing about it in the pool world.
Yeah.
And now it's like there's 7 on one day. And there's lads streaming games for like
£100.
Big crazy, isn't it?
Big thanks go out to George Tierney for that one. He just decided to play a money match every other day, didn't he?
Yeah, madness, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
the real number one.
He got the ball rolling a little bit. I've always loved the money match myself. I've played when I played George, I lost in St Albans. I decided to find a numpty for the day after, and I found Justin Skinner. Gave him 3 start to 25.
Listen, listen, I'm going to stop you there. I'm glad you found that numpty, because I was actually feeling like I'd had open wallet surgery the day before. So, thanks, Justin Skinner, very much. Love you long time.
Well, not thanks Justin Skinner, thanks to the Miles maker, Kevin Miles, because he actually put all his money up, didn't he?
Wow. Yeah, well, actually, mate, he was at my match the other day, and
he's a top man.
He's top man. He felt he got stitched up by Skinner. But I don't feel he did.
I still remember morning
Skinner took the game because he felt you could win.
It wasn't that. A lot of people were saying Skinner's bent and he's going to throw a match on that. I says, well,
but why is he going to throw the match? He's not going to gain anything if he throws the match.
It's a terrible shot. He's potted both of them. What has he done here?
Can I just go back to that?
No, but
why would you throw the match if you'd stand to make no money off it?
Well, people thought that I was going to give Skinner 10% money, but I want on 0% for that match, so why would I go to give him 10%? I'd have ended up losing 400 quid. So I said to him, look, I can show you messages now, mate, where I've messaged my backers, and I had to show him all my messages to convince him that there were no skullduggery or out. But like that match, as Paul Tickley had £500 on me that game, as he'll tell you, he didn't give me 1 pence. Because I didn't charge a percentage.
He just cleaned
Obviously,
up,
you rely on people's good nature, don't you, to get...
Did he not give you anything?
No, he didn't give me 1 pence.
That's terrible.
So, listen, that's why well, it just is it there, isn't it? How can you fix a match if you give somebody 10% and you're on 0%? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Do you know what, mate? I had that game at the weekend against Mick Rowan, and I said, look, I was just appreciate people backing me because I'm not the top level player. I'm just a guy that can play the game, and I just said, look, if anybody wants to get me a few drinks, whatever. If I win, obviously that's if I win, and I did. I said that's much more than enough, more than appreciated. If they want to get me, 5-6 beers and say, listen, thanks very much for winning me, I don't know, 100 quid, have 2, 3, 4 pints, that's fine by me, that's great stuff.
That's how the Guild Factor rolls.
Yeah, and of course, just like the point I'm making is, but it was like you said, other people did actually give me money. They didn't.
People have got that thing about them where they think, I need to slip.
They gave me money. I got money as well. People brought me drinks.
The thing is, I don't have to take a percentage now off my backers. I just turn around and say, look, lads, double your money. If you want to turn around and chuck me a 50 at the end of it, great. If you don't, not a problem.
That's exactly, Craig. That's exactly what I've been saying. And do you know what? I want to give a big shout out to a certain Gary Gillies for backing me on the Say So of Seb Webb. So very big thank you from me and to all the backers, obviously, but to Gary as well for coming in at the last minute when the pot was at £3,400 a man, and Gary came in and took it up to £5,400 a man. So to everybody that backed me, a big thank you, and a big thank you as well to Gary.
Craig, is that 10-9 or 10-10?
I'm going to have to reset that.
Oh, does it not go back?
It clicked on twice.
Yeah, so look at John just putting frames on board here. Wow.
Yeah, it's 10-9.
He just won 9 in space of 5 seconds.
I'll tell you one thing though, how relieved is John here? The way that Tom's played early doors and the way that John's played throughout the match, he's 1 frame behind here.
Okay, let's see how his break is then. Okay, it's 1 frame and it is a break. Here we go.
Tom's break.
He's broken wrong again. He like front ball, but 8th ball, if you know what I mean. He broke from the... to our left, and he's ended up reaching right his hand side at table.
Yeah.
I mean, for that, he's just timing that all wrong.
Do you think that's a sign of pressure?
I don't know what it is, but it's not the same what he was doing earlier does when he broke his first 4.
He was breaking from the middle in the first 4, virtually the middle of the table. You weren't putting it to one side.
I think he may be
he's
feeling
changed
it a little bit.
I think he's changed
Craig
his break.
just said, is it a little bit of pressure just creeping in?
Yeah, you can hit him a bit.
I think he senses John is starting to really, if you like, get ahead of steam.
Get into his swag mode, as you said.
So he doesn't want to break them too open.
Obviously, you two will have known John a long time. I remember when John played Pat McCarran at the JFKs in... do you remember the old club in London? The £500 a man event they used to run back in the day?
Do you know what? I just can't think of the place you're on about.
Can't we just say what is he playing here, lads? Do we actually know?
No, not really.
I was just into an area and he's...
Why does that yellow go?
No, they go into the middle, yeah.
Oh, well, it looks like
he just didn't finish nice. He need to go a little bit higher
I think he's on that,
to make it a more natural shot.
I think he's on this, but he might have to play the double on the next one. Yeah, I remember John playing Pat McCarran for money at JFK's, and he got on a massive roll against him playing really well. And he started taking his shoes off and chucking them at Pat and going, I'm going to buy you some shoes with all the money I've taken off you and your backers.
10-10 coming in here, boys.
He's on
Cowboy time.
This is what I said, why Barley's not made a ball, but it was a bit more of, I think, a reserved break. And now John is starting to find a real head of steam.
Man is well up for this.
Yeah, he's finding a head of steam.
And I just thank you to my mum for that pint she's just fetched over, but she gave me a dirty look, and you know what she can do with that one? Can shove it straight up her bottom.
Do you know, I cannot believe that I said to this guy, if somebody's getting you a pint, can you get me one? I've sat here. I drove 3 hours today. And
Reggie,
I've still not
listen. What have I just told you?
I
I've
know.
got no money on me.
No, I said I'd give you the money to let somebody get me whoever's fetching them.
They'd already gone. That's what I was mourning.
that was 15
it had
minutes
took
ago.
so long. Yeah.
Really?
I was chasing people around the arena.
But Seb, what you've done is you've made Reggie's dream come true. He's now commentating on the money match at the BAPTO.
Exactly, Reggie. Thank me.
There's only so much you can do for people, aren't there? You know what I mean?
Cheers, Craig.
It's getting to
Thanks
that
very
point where
much.
I'm going to just switch his microphone on.
It's been a lifelong
If
thing for me.
oh, is Jeff Allen listening? Is he?
Yeah.
He sent you a message, didn't he? A nice
Correct.
message. And
Yeah.
how's the Rocket gone on tonight, Reggie? May I ask you that?
I
one?
don't know. You
I
tell
know,
me. I'm
I'm
sure
fine.
you know. That you're just asking
Well,
me
it
to get
was
my...
5-0 up against John Higgins.
He's won 6-0, I think.
Oh, he's won 6-0.
Oh, well, it's not too bad then, is
And
it?
who does
Good
he
day at the office.
who does he play at semis? Is it Selby?
I hope he absolutely tears him a new one.
Is that what you want, Reggie?
So
Selby.
Ronnie, yes, I want
Selby's
Ronnie to tear him a new one. I've got to watch my language. So
Somebody's just said that Selby's got beat earlier again.
He's the GOAT, isn't he? I think he is.
Selby's gone, Reggie.
No, has he
He
gone?
lost to Luca Brasel with a borrowed cue.
No,
his own
seriously.
cue, but he hadn't used it for 7 months because he chucked it in a mad rage that he had. He broke it.
Luca Brasel.
The problem you got with Selby is he's got that much money in the bank now, and he's making that much money out of snooker.
Yeah,
he has to start losing.
He ain't got a 10 for what Ronnie's got.
But the problem is, though, if he carries on winning like this, the taxman's going to be after him for more.
There's
than he's
only
worth.
one multi-millionaire in snooker, and that's the Rocket, Ronnie
I
O'Sullivan.
beg your pardon. Stephen Hendry as well.
I won't say we're multi-millionaire
Yes,
now.
he is a multimillionaire.
Selby will be. 100%.
Stephen Hendry's China contracts
Reggie,
are worth a lot of money.
Reggie, let's not get into this on this debate now, yeah?
Anyway, look, back
There's
to
only
Tom.
one man.
Back.
You know there's only one man
Look,
that
can we
puts bums on
commentate on the
seats.
match,
That's
please?
It's me and the Rocket.
No, the Rocket doesn't come into that
Ronnie
conversation.
O'Sullivan.
Look, can we commentate on the match, please?
Reggie, you can shut the hell up.
All right, stop going on about the Rocket and yourself. All right, we're on about. Let's watch what Tom Barley's doing here.
Does this yellow go in middle back?
Must do now.
Look-
It must
at
do.
our
I mean,
screens,
why
how can you
would he
think
play it
that
that way
goes?
if it must do?
I'm just saying, looking at our screens, how does that even possibly go?
It doesn't look like it, does
Wow.
it?
Doesn't when you play on like that.
It must have been. It was very tight.
On our screens, you would have said that were 1,000,000 to 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Obviously, he
it
must have
must
thought it
gone.
went, but
No, it probably went off the knuckle.
Just going to bend into it, that.
Tables rolling all over the place.
Jesus! If that could be touching ball. That
Even if it's not, I think he's still alright, you know. Just where the yellow is. When do you play, Seb? When do you play?
well, I'm
Tom?
supposed to play Paul Tickle on Friday,
This Friday coming. Wow.
but he's not tomorrow, like next Friday. But he's saying that he's got an hospital appointment or something. So obviously we've both paid a £500 deposit.
You've had a result then.
Well,
Well, it's not $3,000, is it?
yeah, but now we're getting rumours that he wants to change date and other stuff like that.
So
To be-
lucky,
I don't know what's going to happen yet, so I'd rather just play a match and take 3k if you know what I mean. But
Yeah, I think I would if I were you.
so we might be able to sort it out where we can play really early on Friday. So
That is
but-
one of the strangest situations I've ever seen in my life, that I can't believe he wanted to play you. Don't get me wrong, I think the problem with it is a lot of people don't realise how much you've improved.
yeah, and another problem is that I really don't rate Paul Tickle.
Well, yeah, there's a big problem as well.
So hey, listen, I don't know how I've got this game, but I've got it. So end of the day, I'm going to take it.
End of the day, if he offers, even if he backs out now, he's done 500 in, and he's got a bit of embarrassment to take in, hasn't he? So
He
Yeah,
don't want
just,
to pull out. He's got too much pride to make his mouth and then pull out. So I reckon game's going to happen, but it's going to have to be like 11 o'clock on a Friday or Friday morning. It's like crazy.
I just had a quick message from
Craig Waddingham.
Yeah, telling
Yeah, he's just messaged me now saying I'm winding Reggie up with a message or something. What did he say?
Well, yeah, I bet he did. No, he said he told me to tell you to stop talking a load of bollocks.
Oh my
wow.
word. Wowzers. He run out of position big time and he's nailed
I'll tell you what,
it.
this would have put pressure on the black here if that yellow just stuck over
talk
the bag
about
as well.
making it up as you go.
Oh God. It's all going off.
The soul man's arrived.
Soulman's Arena. Gives us all a quick wink there. Quick gulp of the lager and black, and away he goes.
Cider and black, let's get it right.
Cider and black.
He absolutely loves it, doesn't he?
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Have you ever met someone who performs above their ability to a crowd before, like John does? I know Andy Crowe.
He loves it, but I mean, Tom's going to be absolutely kicking himself because he should have been away, shouldn't he?
This is a right result for John then.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you don't stamp on your opponent's
now I'm
head.
looking at this match and I'm thinking
And
Tom's struggling to win this match because of
There's
what
another
has
great
happened
break
in the
there
first
as well.
21 frames.
Well, look at
Yeah, I
that for
agree.
another great break-off shot there
He's
as
been
well.
by far the better player at times, and he's almost just carried on chasing that a little bit too much.
Yeah.
If he'd just stamped on him a bit there, it could have been like 5, 6, 7 in front of you.
I think he lost. It gave him 2 frames. It should have been like 9-3 up, and it was like 7-5. And I remember when I played John at Murphy's, and I was like 9-5 up, and next 2 frames, I missed 2 straight blacks pretty much, and it was 9-7 instead of 11-5. And from then on, it just seems to get away from you a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that. I
ended up losing like 21-18, but towards the end of the match, I missed 2 shots on black or something.
Well, you had a situation just to set a ball up.
Yeah, it
and
just
then you missed the one
it?
along the rail past the black spot into the bottom right corner and wobbled it.
Sometimes when you're in that situation, your mind just freezes over. I think that's what's happened to Tommy here a little bit. Now he's questioning this finish here.
Yeah, normally bang
it.
By now.
He's getting these down and he's just knocking them in.
I think 9 times out of 10
There's
he's
always
been by now.
He's going wrong. Great, listen, let me just tell you now, he's going wrong way.
Great.
He's gone wrong way. Because he should have potted this one, the bottom right, then that one, then the middle. Now I'm struggling to see now.
He wants to fetch the black out.
Now I'm struggling to see how he's getting up to that one up there.
No, he's going to try and fetch the black out. He's going to try and fetch the black out and land on it.
You can't miss that black. These pockets are massive on the court.
But
on the rail.
Reggie, this is what I'm saying. If it had took that one first, then this one, it could have got in the middle pocket just by dropping it in. Now, I think he's struggling to get on that ball.
Yeah, I hear you, but what I'm saying, he's the way he sees it while he's out there.
No, he's playing it all. He's taking the wrong ball again now.
Oh.
This is going all pear-shaped, this.
Tell you what, that's not good.
Even if it... Oh, he's going to... He still could get these, you know, but he's just took them all wrong. He's still got a good chance, but... This is like one of them shots where you could easily top white into rail here.
Why not roll that in? And you get an angle to come up for the black.
That's why I was surprised.
For me,
very surprised he's played the stun across into the red.
It's that close to the pocket. If you play this hard, I think you're just going to end up top it white into rail, and you're going to end up basically just rolling on top of black. So do you just drop it in and play a black into corner?
Well, there's not a lot of difference.
Because you know it's pulling to left. You know it's pulling to left. So
no, this is...
I think this will pull in.
Even
if he misses it, I think it'll
pull
pull
in. Roll onto the black then. It should be okay.
Let's just watch the screen, see if it runs.
It's behind this. Is it going to roll out?
Wow.
No, he's missed it by a mile.
Wow.
He's missed it by a country mile.
How hard did he hit that as well?
But he's just... He's hit it all wrong, hasn't he, Craig? Just hit it all wrong. I mean, it was virtually a straight shot, Craig, up into the top.
The thing was,
hit the ball straight.
John had a red close to that pocket, so even if Tom got the pocket,
it
won't
sucked it in
that
because
bad.
they've been rolling that way.
That's just madness.
Wow,
That's criminal to hit the knuckle on the middle pocket from there.
It shows how far he's missed it by.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Jeez.
Now, I know you've got to laugh at times, but I seriously can't believe how far he missed that black line. Not in a match.
I think neither can I. I can't believe it myself. Jesus. At this level, you don't expect it, do you, Craig? Not from players of this standard, missing balls by that far.
You don't. I think Tom's rattled now. Well, very rattled.
Oh, definitely rattled. 10-6 up
the
to
crowd have come
down.
into this, haven't they? And John's starting to get involved with
the
crowd.
I think John just
he don't want to go too far here.
He hasn't done his perfect.
He don't want to go too far, and that's inch perfect.
John's found his touch here. Look at that inch perfect shot.
Yeah, he's just got speed perfect here, hasn't he?
And he's just the simplest.
I'm expecting another loud roar here, Reggie.
Oh, you are. I think I am as well. I'm glad I've got headphones on.
Yes.
You can hear that, can't you? The audience there, if you're listening. The Soulman crowd are getting heavily involved in this now.
I heard rumours that John had broke his hand or something.
Yeah.
He broke his wrist, elbow.
I've seen pictures on Facebook. It looked really bad. No, it wasn't his elbow. It was his wrist, Reggie.
Or wrist, yeah.
It was a recent picture, wasn't it?
Yeah, he broke his arm. He broke his
elbow, then he broke his wrist. It's like,
jeez.
It's madness.
So this is should I say, worrying times, would you say, Seb, for Tom Barley, really?
Very, very worrying times. But John's still not mastered the break, has he? But, you know, in a way, it's actually working for him because Tom keeps going and he keeps hanging himself.
And John's getting finishes with, like, 7 balls in the open.
Yeah,
He's
and
brilliant.
so even though he's not going to be too wide, I can't believe I can't make a ball, because where the balls are going, I mean, look at this table again. You can just call it now that Tom's going to hang himself.
Yeah. The thing is, though, if Tom was playing well and he was getting them all the time, you'd be going, oh, that's rotten. But now you'd be like, well...
See? First shot, you're thinking, back in it. Let him pot a few more, and I'm going to step in, I'm going to take control of the frame.
Well, do you know, I
just want to say something now, people, for the people tuning in. When me and Tom arranged this game between ourselves, I did say to him, look, with this match with Sullivan, I've got a feeling that after this match you're going to want to snap your cue and just pack him playing. And the only reason I said that is because last year they were 12-2 down.
Yeah.
And after the match he says that he wants to retire from pool and stuff like that. So I says, well, what if that happens again and you pull out on me, then I'm left in lurch again. So
paid deposits.
I asked him to, but he says he won't pay it, he never pulls out. But he says if he does pull out, he'll pay me 250 quid.
That's alright, fair enough.
The thing is...
No, I think this time, because he's led... do you know what, mate? I'm going to have to disagree. I think because he's led this time, I think it's different. Last time, he went through hell out there. He did.
He's going through hell now, Reggie.
No, but you see, it's different. There's a different kind of pressure now.
This is probably worse.
Can you imagine him missing this finish? And going 13-10 down?
There's a difference in the mindset. When you've been in front, you know you can do it. You got in front of him once. You see, last year, he just didn't sell. No, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll come good. He's just having a period in the match where the pendulum swung a little bit, but I think he'll pick it up again soon. I do.
Don't get me wrong. I
think the momentum will
swing.
Players
like this play on momentum and the massive ball.
It's a massive momentum at the
moment. He's got wrong angle. He's got the totally wrong angle.
Right now, he's in the bin.
He's struggling, basically.
I think he can roll this in, can't he? Run through it. That's what he's done.
He can't get on black.
He's got to play a right shot, hasn't he? He's probably going to have to swing it past the red and go like 2 rails.
To be honest, there's only one shot here.
And he's looked at that, Craig, what you just said.
Top rail, side,
here we go, 2 cushions.
Play cannon onto it reds.
2 cushions, here we go, 1, 2.
Play the cannon onto it reds.
That's a pace, that's absolutely spot on, that's beautiful.
For me, he couldn't have
been much better than that. From where you were, you couldn't have played it much better than that.
Shot.
And he's got it, that's a good response.
He needed that.
Yes,
he really did need that.
It's like I said, he will feel a lot different this time round because he wasn't miles behind. Yeah, okay, he's lost his lead, but he knows he's in this and he knows he can do it this time. Last time, the crowd were in his face and he was a long way back and it was a different kind of match. You know, I feel that there's another wind, at least one more wind to come from Tom Barley, possibly to a second and a third wind.
These players, right, will just have periods of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames where they'll buzz. The other guy will maybe not buzz, and they'll just buzz back at each other. They're like
ebbs and flows, Craig. Ebbing and flowing, and so.
It's going to be
another again. Look at the balls and he's gone dry again. And this is what I said, didn't I? Earlier on, when it all goes your way, but all of a sudden now he's splitting them all over the table and they're not going in.
Yeah, let's play the plant here. Get
these
this right
yellows
first
are nice as well, aren't they?
And there we go. This is what I mean about this game of pool.
Reggie, what would you do? Just play slow cannon here onto that red?
I think.
Oh no! Do you know how I'd have done? Well, it's still the same, but I thought I would have played cannon onto other red. Me.
The 2 yellows at the bottom are all good for me.
That's what I'm saying. If it, I'd have played them. No.
For me,
I don't know, because he wants the 2 yellows last, doesn't he, for the black to middle?
He wants 1 of them, not 2.
Right.
Yeah, but if you land on them...
Reggie, tell me the shot now, come on.
Got to land there,
he needs to get inch perfect.
On that short mark.
He needs to get inch perfect.
And
he's gone too hard.
He is perfect.
He's gone too hard.
I think he's okay.
He's gone too hard, I think.
No,
Can he get it?
No, he's okay. He's okay, Seb.
Can he check it back up?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, Johnny Sullivan.
Is that a result? We need to get you some specs, mate.
No, listen.
Whoa.
I understand he should have took it earlier.
Let's just say
correct.
he played it inch perfect in end, but
but he should have took it earlier. I hear what you're saying. Yeah,
he's got that.
But he's made it. It's huge. It's huge. The crowd are going mental.
It is because Tom would have been stood there thinking, why has he left these 2? He needs to get inch perfect. I'm coming back to the table now, so I can make it 12 apiece. And obviously, it's just pulled up just in time, hasn't it?
Do you remember at 10-6, Craig? I said, Tom had a great chance to make it a good 5 clear.
Yep.
Since then, it's now 7-1 to John from 10-6.
It's mad, isn't it?
So we've had a massive momentum swing, but I put my neck on the line now. I tell you, there'll be another swing the other way in the next period of this game, in the next 10 frames.
Possibly.
I see Tom starting to pick it up again.
What do you think, Seb? If you're Tom, is your head a bit in the shed here? So no, I would be. I'd be
If
invincible.
John Brecken dishes these, I think game could be over.
I think that's premature.
I don't think either player have got loads of fight in them without sounding.
John's dry again.
I think, yeah, it is.
Absolute gimmies.
He's
I mean, these are gimmies.
This is keeping Tom at game.
Yeah.
He's only got black to worry about.
Ain't even got that to worry about, really. That
Top
goes,
rail, kiss the red. Perfect.
Oh.
Ooh,
He's
mind
alright.
you, it's still sound.
He's
man.
all right. He's got the yellow. So playing for an area, 2 balls. So he's
He
okay.
just wants to leave that yellow near the blue spot. That needs to be his last ball.
Well, I like the way he's got back on this ball. These two out.
I think he might go in the right middle, you know.
Saying that if black goes in, if black goes in the right middle, then it don't matter, does it? But I still think, looking at our screens, it probably does go that.
Yeah, I think it does. Never know though, 'cause it's hard sat here, and
Is
you know
this
sometimes.
tight?
It must be because
He's
he's.
questioning this a little bit, isn't he? No way. Mind you, it's still a massive pocket, but
this is, I don't.
it just makes it a little bit harder. Now,
If you
doesn't
know
it?
you're
Get
going
on
to
it
do,
now.
if you know you're going to do that, what he just did, Seb, why not play it a bit harder if you know you're going to, so it just bounces?
No, but Reggie is thinking massive pocket. I can't miss the pot. I just need to concentrate on my white.
Ah, yeah, true.
This
I
could go
suppose so.
wrong,
It doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter.
Just need to get brown spot here.
Bing, and of course, there you go.
Bit pacey.
He's spot on.
he's sound.
Spot on.
I thought
Spot
I did
on.
that too hard then for me, but no, perfect. And
He's had the
Dish
gift.
for dish. Dish for dish.
Hey, he's had the gift, hasn't he? There, like you say, keeping him in touch. 13-12.
Yep.
Because if a ball goes in there, you get the feel. Obviously, you think John's getting those just like Tom did, and suddenly there's a 3-frame gap.
This is crazy, though, isn't it? 25 frames in an hour.
Have we only been going an hour, Craig?
It feels like that, yeah. I don't think we've been going very long, have we?
Okay, let's just have a nosy. 21:30. We've been going about an hour and 15 minutes.
25 frames.
Jeez. Jeez.
That's what you want to be watching, isn't it?
How's they brought this time? He's not getting that crunch, is he, anymore?
No, he's not timing the ball the same. Well, that's. I think
That's an
that'll
awful break. Now they're gonna. He's still got to take yellows for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think, yeah, looking at those.
Just get yellows and then deciding your next move, innit? Now he's got that cannon. Oh, is he on it? I'm not
Just
sure he
hasn't
is.
worked out, has he? I don't think he's, I don't think
I
he can
don't
put
know.
anything from there unless he can get past the red to the one
But
to the
even
middle.
if he can't get it,
He's swerving, yeah.
obviously
Picking the
he'll
butt to the
play
here we go.
double. Now,
No, I
I'll
missed
say
it.
one thing. That's one
think he's
thing Tom's
pushed
been
butt
very
out
poor
there.
with. His doubles have not been anywhere near tonight.
No.
he pushed both out there for me. I think he could have hit this light
Just,
yellow,
yeah,
covered back and
the
put
yellow.
the yellow in behind the other yellow.
Yeah, I'm with Seb on that one.
I think he's in a rush to just get
Try
back
and
on
win
level
frames,
terms,
try and win-
basically.
yeah, try and win the frames too quickly.
He's not happy because he's had lead for majority at match and now he's behind. He's like, what is happening here?
Bag
I
up
need
down
to
the
get
bottom
back
now.
on level terms minimum.
Bagging up now down the bottom. You just don't want to pot this. And he
That's
has
in
done.
our way.
So shot.
He hasn't covered it though, has he?
No, it's
That yellow
it's
goes.
alright. I think that's alright though.
But the thing is, Tom can't pot a ball. Tom's just going to bump
He's
this
just
off
gotta be-
rail. He's just going to get the
smart
bag.
shot,
and-
yeah, just pump it and here we go.
What's he
Oh, he's
do-
trying to play off the yellow.
Played the wrong yellow.
You should have played the outside one
Yes.
there, yeah? What's going on here?
Does the Solomon have a go at these? Does he chase this finish?
Not for me, no.
Does he
No.
clip this in middle of that bag then play it double or not?
Well, I'm with Craig.
I think he is. I think he is. Oh my God, he's had a result here. This is nice. Oh, look at that.
Wowzers.
Every ball goes.
Wowzers.
Jeez.
He's got. This is like. Well, he's just got to make sure he gets this one right. This is
Craig,
it.
how's your flick?
This could be a frame winner. He's got it. He's got it. Obviously,
Hold up, it's
nothing
as,
stupid
listen,
now.
it's as they say down in Essex, he's on it.
he just wants to get near. Oh no, what's he doing here?
No, he's okay, he's alright.
It's
not
all right.
alright.
Oh,
No, what I mean is he didn't go in
he
off.
needed to be at pink spot, round about the pink spot there.
Yeah, but I'm saying he almost went in off. But he's managed to chop twice across. Here we go.
That's the soul man just rescuing a
There you go.
situation.
Chopped
isn't
it in, rescued the situation.
The soul man.
Make it up as you go along, Craig.
I must admit, if I was Tommy sat here watching this finish, I'd be cured out of my head.
Yeah, perfect.
Everything he's done here has been sort of a little bit all over the place, and he's played a great shot. And
Oh, the fist has gone up. The punches to the crowd. Look, he's like, Dear, oh dear,
I'll tell you
oh
what, it
dear.
looks like a bit of a dish fest on the other table as well.
Yeah, just dishing for fun over there.
Reggie's got a bet on that one.
Keane
He's
5-4.
got some money on Kyle.
I've got money on Keane.
Have you? Oh. Have you got money on Kyle, Reggie?
Yes, he's one of our local
I was
lads.
just guessing there, bro.
Yeah, I have. I've got
Have
a small
you?
bet on him, yeah.
Have you got out on this one?
What, on
Barley?
No, I
No,
haven't.
nothing on it.
I've sat on the fence on this one, I'm going to be honest in the audience.
I have a one on John for a bit of interest.
A bit
You've
of
got a
interest,
one-on-one
Craig.
job.
A oneer?
Yeah,
How much have you had on Keane for a matter of interest?
I could only get a one on. I said to him during the week I'd have covered most of his
I
pot.
got asked for a bet
What,
on
you
Keane.
think he's a big favourite then?
I thought he was, but I'm just watching Kyle play here. I think he's very good.
Kyle can play. He played a money match at Corn, didn't he?
I say that's a 50-50 game. I really
From
do.
what I've never seen Kyle play much, but I watched him play in Chelsea against Keane for money, and Keane beat him 15-7, and Keane wasn't good by his own standards. But it's hard, and you know.
Kyle's improved a lot as well.
Yeah, the young kids, aren't they? So they will improve a lot.
These are tomorrow's champions, you know, you're looking at on the other table.
Nah, they ain't.
They are.
They're not
tomorrow.
Reggie.
10 years from
I'm
now.
tomorrow's champion.
Sebastian, you're not going to be young forever. I'm on about
I'm
these.
not young now.
Exactly. So what I'm
But
saying
listen,
is,
Reggie, the point is, mate, listen, we've all been that age. We've all had the potential. Do you know what I mean? They're no more than me. I was bashing Simon Ward's, Ben Davis, Steve Martin. Do you know what happened then? You get a smell of the old
Oi,
the
what's your
juices
language?
between the legs.
What? Sebastian, please.
Listen, that's not a swear word, mate. I'm just telling
Doesn't
you how
matter.
it
There's
is.
young children
You
listening
get a
to
smell
a juvenile
of the
14.
juices between the legs, and then you think, why do I want to play on a pool table? So you have a 4-year break. You go out swilling and drilling.
For crying out loud, people.
And then you get back into pool games 6 years later.
Right, well, I'm going to put it to you another way. I'm going to put it to you in the words of
Listen,
the great John
I'll tell you
Attridge.
now, when children
They get a
to
taste.
17, 18, 19, they're not bothered about this game.
Right, well, I'm going to say something to you now, shall I? John Attridge once said to me about one of our own lads in Derby, he said once he got a taste of the fur coat, that was it. The pool career went, well, no, unlike you, he didn't come
Is he
back.
on about double O wax there?
No,
No,
he's
because
not.
do you know James was a very dedicated player in his early days?
Yes, he was.
Now he's not very dedicated, is he, Reggie?
No, well, look, at the end of the day,
Good
he's
chance
had a young child a year ago, so, you know.
Right, listen, let's stop talking about swilling and drilling, eh?
Yeah, let's get back to swagging and bragging on the pool table. Come on. Soul man swagging here.
This is a big finish because it's not easy. This is the shot now.
Key shot
he
coming
wants
up right
to get
now.
as straight
Key
as
shot, here we go.
possible. Oh my God.
He's tried to kick it out. Why not play to get on it? I don't understand that shot.
And he's missed
Craig,
the yellow.
do you not understand do you agree with that? Get on the ball and just run it in.
That's what I'm saying, because he had this yellow at bottom pocket.
Such a bad choice, that.
Oh, he's missed it.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
No, what's going
He
on?
can actually
plumb now
he
as
can
well.
pop this in corner pocket and get on it. Don't play the skill shot. You don't need to play the skill shot here.
That red has no relevance in the frame.
What's John doing here?
I don't know. That red now has no relevance in the
John,
frame.
you've got to play the corner pocket, mate, and get on the yellow. What are you doing? You don't want to play it. Oh my word.
Why does he not want to play that? I don't understand.
Oh my
Oh, here we
days.
go. He's playing it.
No, this is wrong.
He must have heard you, Seb.
This is wrong. That's wrong. He's had a look.
He's
He's had so much
timely
luck.
intervention
But
there, Flick.
he's still gone the wrong way. He's not got a good angle at all.
I think he's perfect to stun
force the stun up. Force the
I
stun.
think the angle was good.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. You don't want to be straight.
There you go.
He's nice.
He's okay. He's got to run
White's
this in.
going to come off cushion a little bit.
I know he's got these, but I know he's got in a position to get these.
There's pressure on this.
What?
Got to cue this well.
Why has he done that? Why? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
he's run it in like a dream.
He won't come for it, what he with that first shot, so he's just thought, right, I need to go a different route. It might be a little bit harder, but I'm getting a nice run at ball at minute, so why not chance it? And
Far from easy, that shot. These middles are not the nicest pockets to pop balls into, so great shot.
when you're playing well and you're confident, you just seem to get that little bit of run, don't you?
Correct.
And he's definitely
seen you
getting
do
that
it,
at
Seb,
minute.
enough times, even against
Listen,
me.
every player does it, mate. If
When
you're
you play
playing well,
everything goes. Yeah, a lot of
little
stuff
bit of
goes
run,
your way.
it goes a long, long way in a money
It
match.
does. Absolutely.
And both players have just gone for a break, so it's my turn to take 5 minutes on table and just put a little bit of an exhibition on for the people at home.
No, you're not. You stay right here, okay? No worry, ladies and gentlemen. I've got my claws into his left shoulder. He's going nowhere.
Yeah.
He's electrifying us here.
It might be time for you to pop to the bar, Gill Factor. What do we think?
No,
I
I
think
don't
he's
mind.
got a
players are taking a break.
Listen, I don't mind buying the round, but I'm not going to the bar and queuing. I don't mind paying, but I'm not queuing. You want to go? I'll
I've just
pay.
been up. There's no queue.
Well, I'll pay if you want to go.
All the people in the Norbreck around this
Right,
table.
well, I'll pay if you go. How about that?
No.
Everybody can hear me
How's
on
about
stream.
you pay, you go.
That's
Because
Sean,
you owe me beers.
You
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I must admit, I'm agreeing with Sebby. I think Reggie should pay and go.
Reggie, come on. You owe me beers.
You can. Do you know what? This is like ganging up. Oi, you stay out of this, Craig. All right.
I've got to get involved. I feel strongly about this.
Come on.
Why do you want to pay as well?
Well, if you're offering, mate, go on.
Terrible. I feel strongly about this. I love it.
You may as well just take the hit now. If we're going in three-way
wait,
rounds.
I'll tell you what. I've seen a man actually
I've
who
seen
needs.
Reggie, who we're looking for here?
It's going to cost him 2
The
beers.
Gill Factor's found somebody. Let me have a look who he's found. Right. I need to look for the most desperate man in here. Oh, I found him. It's Jared Cronje. That's what he's looking for, Jared Cronje, yeah. He is desperate. Ain't got a fiver. Bless him.
He hasn't got a fiver.
Oh, look at this, Reggie. Reggie.
Yep, there we go. He's collared him now. He's got his sight.
Tell him to get mine. Reggie, what are you doing? Tell him to get mine.
I've told him they owe me drinks.
I don't
so
care what they owe you.
Me and you will sort our tab out
Give
later.
him the money. Tell him to get mine.
No, I'm not paying. They're paying for my drinks. They owe me drinks.
Tell him to get mine.
Right, 1 second.
Cider
I'm
Black.
turning the mic off here, people. Sorry
Yes,
about this.
Turn the mic off. Put the headphones down before I unplug you.
I think Reggie's forgot me here. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Give him a lady and I'll
Actually,
Anyway, Reggie, you can't talk to me while I know what's going on.
The other game's 5-4 to Kean against Alfie Calcope. Oh. 27 frames have gone and still no break. They're both adamant that they don't need them.
Right, people, we're back in the house. I've just asked John that's the only break they're having in the match, like a 4-minute break or something. So, no more breaks. So, all the way to the finish now, 15-12 to John. These are desperate times for Tom. He needs to get this break working again like he did previously, and it's not working at all at the minute. His last 10 breaks have been really poor or something, so...
There we go.
There's still time to turn this round, though, Sam. It's not, I mean, come on, there's still
I think it's getting away from him, Reggie. I mean, we need to look at the match as a whole. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you not see a momentum swing again the other way?
No, I definitely don't know, mate, no. Definitely not.
It's a fair comment.
Don't get me wrong.
You see it.
If,
it can happen, but I don't think it's likely.
Saying that, well, he's taking reds.
I don't know what he's doing here, but played that okay. They're all on, like, but
no.
For me, yellow's where the ball is.
It's got to be yellows, wouldn't it? Yellows?
Yellows 100% there.
Big bag now to the bottom.
I don't think it's
but
that big.
That's what I mean, but it's not...
Because it's not that I don't think he's going to pot it. I think, where's this red going? Is it sliding along top rail?
He's leaving the frame at his mercy. Look, he's now handed the frame back to Tom.
Right, listen, you've got to take yellows there. I'm not being funny, but you have.
Loud, John.
Just look at that table there, look at yellows. Not one yellow's been cannoned into. Them yellows were tap-ins for me. I think he's missed a trick there. Because them reds were so much harder finished than yellows were. Tom's going to be absolutely on the moon.
If he gets his 15-13, he needs it. You kind of feel now that Tom needs to stay with him.
When he's got try, he's thinking to himself, oh no, 16-12 here.
Yeah, definitely.
Now he's coming back to the table thinking, hey up, let's make it 15-13, let's put pressure back on John.
Yeah, stay with him.
Let's see what he's got. Reggie, you've been saying these momentum swings all night.
No, you know
all night. I think you might be right what you're saying.
I've only said it since John got in front.
Do not cannon the black here. Do not.
Seb, I only said it when John got in front. Not all night. I'm just saying to you, at some point.
No, but you have been speaking about these momentum swings in games.
Yeah, they do, and I still feel there is another momentum swing in this game. I do.
I'll
In
be
Tom's
honest,
favour.
I thought this match were over then.
I think Tom's favourite.
Sorry?
Did you say you think Tom's favourite?
No. I said I still think there's going to be a momentum swing in Tom's favour. That doesn't mean he's going to win the match.
It could be.
I just feel there is. I think there's one more swing of
Surely
momentum.
you just play this on and off rail, don't you?
Missed it.
Oh, he's missed it. Oh my god.
For me now, I think that black goes off the yellow in the middle as well. So if it does, this is a good chance.
You'll know John's not playing that, Craig. Come on, let's be honest about it. He's cannoning balls out. He's playing skill shots. He's not playing no simple shots. 100% guarantee that.
It creases you that though as an opponent, doesn't it?
I don't know. I think he's looked at it, Craig. I think he's looked at that shot.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Just had a quick look. He hasn't looked at it now. Definitely haven't looked at it.
John Sullivan will not play that shot.
What, the black off the yellow? I'll tell you what, I think he will. He's
He
looked
won't.
at it.
So I'm telling you now.
Unless he wants to flick it out now by playing the plant.
This not good, is it?
No.
He's
Try
carried the
to
black
flick it
out.
out at time, Bunley.
It's a good shot. He's made the shot. I didn't think that red went by that red, to be
No,
honest.
I said I seen it. He's playing it as an
Nah,
opposite.
it's an absolute massive pocket. It's impossible to miss now. He don't want to cannot yellow here.
Dagger through the heart for Tom Barley. Dagger
Massive.
through the heart.
Look at the size of that middle pocket. You can't miss it.
No,
Just got to
huge.
get right on this now.
Can't miss it. Look at it. I mean, it looks harder on
No,
screen.
he's flowing. He's flowing now.
This
He's flowing.
is so easy. It's unbelievable.
16-12.
Could never miss it.
Yep, there we go.
And that's a shocking. That's a shocking miss sometimes.
And you know what the worst thing is? When you miss a ball like that and you're Tom Barley, John's one of the worst players when he's flown to do it against, because he'll clear up so quickly before you even had a chance to blink.
Like Tom's thinking, I hope he plays that black gun off that real a bit. And Tom knows himself. John will not play that shot. He'll play to get the black out. He's not playing like simple shots like I said earlier, what the pros play. All percentages. John would rather take a risk and he'd rather just carry into balls. Bit like myself.
Oh dear. What, you mean electrify? Do you mean electrify?
If Daniel Negreanu's playing pool, he's playing to get on that black in tip middle.
There we go.
Because he plays percentages.
Look at them bobbies.
I think he's got to be looking to get black out on this shot, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think play the. There we go.
Oh, he played it. He tried to get black out.
Oh,
He played it with top and right, but he got. Oh, he can't get this, can he?
Yeah,
It's tight there.
just
He
about.
can't get it. Oh, he can.
I'm looking at him over. I actually took my eyes off the monitor and I could see there he could still get through on table.
It was tight though, wasn't it, Reg?
Very.
He's got to just leave this right here to kind of black, hasn't he? Has he gone too far?
Look at this. Lakin new phone calling you. Who's that?
I've just seen Lakin stood there. What's he up to?
One sec, mic off.
Oh, he needs some money off you, Reggie Gill. That's absolutely perfect.
It's a good shot. It's going 17.
I did say this match were over, and I do believe I'm right when I'm saying I think this game's absolutely.
Well, it's all
I know
going horribly wrong.
Listen,
for Tom
we do
Barley.
see some massive swings in pool games, and we do see some crazy comeback. Sorry, but
From 10-6, this has gone Pete on it.
I'm just looking at this match.
Jesus Christ!
Why has Jared Cronje not gone to the bar yet?
The other guy's gone. Mitch has
Oh,
gone.
has Mitch gone? Oh God!
Oh,
That were risky, wasn't it?
why screw? Why not just roll it in?
That were risky.
But some players prefer to punch and screw a ball rather than just try and top it, because it's just
10-6 up to 17-12 down. It's like 11-2. Do you know what I mean? You're struggling at the minute to see Tom winning the frame, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say, I mean, I witnessed a match a few years ago where we had a similar type momentum swing. It was one of the first big money matches I went to, where I think Jack played Andy Croasdale, and I think Jack was sort of, 11-4.
That was a bit better,
up,
that break.
and or 11-5, and Andy Croasdale led 17-15. So it was a big momentum swing. So it happens in big matches.
I made a few quid that day. Pleased to say.
Oh, we can see some comments now. Wayne's just showed us a few comments.
Reggie went up.
So if,
I won't be coming to the southwest. Like when you say to play, Graham, I won't be coming to the southwest.
No. What for, Reggie?
I don't need to.
What, to play Huggy Bear?
Huggy
Bear, listen, if you're listening to me, we're not coming to the southwest unless you're chucking some sponsorship money our way. You know the drill, son. It costs money to get down there.
It's not just that, the beer's rubbish as well.
Yeah, correct. We're not in this game to make friends. We need incentives. Do you know what I mean, Gill Factor?
Can't get a decent pint of lager down there, can you? You're on cider.
There you go, Reggie Gill's
So
just...
you can't get a decent bird down there.
Let the record state, Reggie Gill's just got around him for Seb Webb and himself, keeping the Seb
Listen.
Webb's lungs nicely, sorry, his throat nicely lubricated to keep
The Gill factor
electrifying.
did tell me. He said, listen,
I'll
I did
sort
actually
it.
speak to him. The Gill factor told me, he said,
I'll
listen,
sort it.
I'm sorting Seb Webb this weekend. After the genius stroke I pulled for him on Saturday
He
afternoon.
did, actually, he did.
Let's just say that one there. So
Yeah, we don't
No
need to
more
say
said
no
on that
more about
matter.
it, do we? It was a master stroke by Seb
it's
Webb.
just what you do for your brothers. You reach
Yeah.
out.
I was lying in bed and I thought you were on the wind-up when you went, Reggie, I'm not lying. I said, Seb, are you winding me up? He said, no, I've got you another $2,000 in backing. I said, you're having a laugh, ain't you? And he says, no, honestly. He says, it's what you call it, Gary. I was like, Gary, he says, oh, you had bet on me.
You thought it was that Gary if only if it was an horse at first, didn't you?
No, well, listen, mate, Gary and Gary, right? But I was lying in bed, Seb. That's the truth of the matter, honestly. I was in bed, had a good night's rest, didn't go to work, and I thought, get ready for the match.
That's what I do for my brothers. And
He did, mate. Everybody who's listening
let
on
me just
this,
put
he
it out there.
reached.
Let me just put it out to these people out there now. When
You reached.
Lakin plays Thompson. Obviously, they've set $5,000 each, and they read you.
That's right.
I'll just set it out there now. If Thompson decides to show up with 10k or whatever, the money will be covered. Not a problem, Gill Factor.
Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all.
So
I can tell you that myself, because after witnessing what I witnessed this weekend for myself, a much lesser standard of player, but the faith was there in the camp. The boys reached out, and Sebastian.
And Lakin still can get the backing regardless.
Oh, Lakin can get the back in. It's
of
not a
the
problem. I'm
recent
having a real
results.
problem with the list at the moment of who to give the money to.
I bet it's all been gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gone already.
What is
It's
it,
gone.
$5,000 each?
Yeah, the $5,000's gone.
Yeah, that's a 9th of December, people at the Corn Exchange,
It's
Derby.
gone. Corn Exchange Derby,
Craig
make sure you
Lakin,
come in.
Shane Thompson, $5,000 each
So
minimum.
it's going to be
Hopefully it's going to rise up a bit so everybody can get a bet.
It's going to be some night, Craig. How do you see that one, Shane Thompson Lakin rematch?
I think it's a close game.
Yeah.
Before the first game, I fancied Lakin to win. I think before this one, I still just fancy him to win, but again, I think it's very close.
It is, yeah, I'm going to go with that, even though Lakin's my boy at the end of the
I'll
day.
be honest now.
I can't discount Shane Thompson.
I just can't see no own player losing at the Corn Exchange.
It's a mad place.
I just can't see it because the crowd are that vocal. They're not disrespectful. They just
listen,
get behind
mate,
you that much.
yes,
You just
but
give that extra gear, don't they?
There's only a couple of men that have ever been there and prevailed.
Yourself on
And
Saturday
one of them-
night, and that crowd, Reggie? That's one of the
Mental.
best crowds the Derbyshire has
I think
ever seen, isn't
yeah,
it?
it is.
I mean, I said it in commentary at the time. I says, when I've come down here playing matches, don't get me wrong, I always get a good following. It's always packed, but this,
something, wasn't it?
two of Derbyshire's, don't get me wrong, finest ambassadors of years gone by. So I says, well, you've got George Edmonds say fair play, ain't you?
Definitely.
Because the crowd were outstanding. So well
there's
done to
one
everybody
man,
that actually
okay,
turned out.
There's only a few, but there's one man I'm going
That's a
to
shot.
mention on live commentary here
This
who
game
came
is
to
going.
Derby and prevailed and broke. And really, I can't say anything more than the man is named as, simply known as, the beard to be feared. Mr. Max Nosko came there
correct.
and broke everybody's heart. In a match of two halves,
Yeah.
16-9 to Lakin and suddenly 14-2 to Max. I mean, Jesus Christ! Wow, what an
The first game went the other way, though, didn't it? It was like, I think Lakin won away from home and played like the best pool of his life.
Well, no, in their very first game, Lakin won many years ago. The second game, we went to Spenny's and Lakin lost 23-19. He was 16-14 up. So, of course, we wanted the rematch. Eventually, we got it in the October and at the Corn, and Max prevailed. So, and him, I think there's only Max. There's only three people.
Reggie,
There's
it's
only 3
two apiece
people
at
that have
minute,
ever
innit?
won there.
Reggie, it's 2 apiece at minute.
Overall, it's 2 apiece, yes. Max won the 2 20-granders, and Lakin's won 2, I think, 1 5 grand a man, and 1 6 grand a man, I think.
They must
perhaps.
be about pretty level in money stakes, aren't they? There's nothing in it.
No, they're not, because Max won the 2 10 grand a man one, so Max won 20.
Oh, Max has won 2 10
He
granders.
won the 2 10,
right.
Craig's won the 2 5 granders.
Right.
So Max is a clean £10,000 up.
Right, I've got
in,
you. Yeah.
in money
I
terms,
never realised.
but
I
in
didn't think
match
they played that
terms,
much at Spenners.
No, they did. We played
Right.
for 20. We played for 9,500 at Spenny's, and it's very similar again, very close to 10 grand at Derby.
Let's just say something now, don't Paul. This is going 19-12. He's come way short there.
It should be okay, though.
He's still got to play red at side at black. He's still fancy him to get this one.
John's got a real swagger on
Yeah,
now.
John knows himself now. If he just watches his work here, this match is pretty much dead and buried. What's he playing here?
He's just been playing to stun Mr. Red, and he's not
Why?
done. Why? Well, he's on it to the middle, isn't he?
Oh my days. Talk about run at ball. That's gone massively, that. John's going to be... Oh, I don't even think... He's not even thinking at minute, is he? He's just thinking, whatever it lands, I'm just going to pot it. What is the bother? And 19-12.
Yeah, this is really going away from Tom. Really getting away from him, but at some point I can feel that Tom will put... I don't know how many more
Reggie,
frames he'll put on the board.
Stop talking nonsense.
No.
What did I tell you a long time ago?
Finish. I'm saying I feel he'll put a few more on the board. I don't think John will get to 25, 13 and 14. I think Tom will put a few more on the board. That's what I'm trying to say here.
I just don't... I can't...
I just think the gap's too big now.
I think
the gap's
Tom's
too big.
gone.
I think unless Tom does something major here, this has got away from him.
I'll be honest now, there's a lot of people... I've been in this situation myself when I was 10 frames behind against Gav Robinson. It's so hard to actually motivate yourself. You need people around you to pick you up off the floor. Do you know what I mean?
You mean like what I did for you?
I'm looking around and I don't see people picking Tom up.
No. I think some people, though, have it in them and some people don't. I'm not convinced that Tom is the sort of player who'll fight till the... I'd now be at a point where I go, my target is I want to get back in the game, make it look a bit respectable, and want to put a bit of pressure on him.
Yeah.
And then I'd have me like mini targets, and then obviously you always want to win from here, but you go, right, well, I just want to get myself back in the game, give myself a chance.
Well, obviously, I'd be looking at trying to get at least back to something like, I don't know, 21 to John and maybe 18 to myself, 6-2.
I'd look at it. I'd more. If I can get to 20 before he can get to 25, I'd be looking at then going, if I have to run the last 5, I have to run the last 5. But I want to put myself in a position to be...
To a realistic chance. Just have a realistic chance.
Or a chance of some sort.
When I played Gav Robinson, I was 15-5 down at break.
That's right, yeah, and I took my headphones off.
I went outside to have a cigarette and just basically just kick shit out of myself against the wall. And somebody came out and he says, what are you going to do? What are you going to do from here? I says, well, what can I do? He says, well, you need to set yourself a target. I says, yeah, I've set myself one. I'm going to win 29 from here. It turns out I won 28. So
there you go.
That wasn't a realistic target, but in your head you're saying to yourself,
just do it.
As long as you can keep him off 24 for as long as possible,
you've got a great
chance. That's what I always say in a money match. Just keep him off the hill for as long as possible.
Again, here,
and get as close to him as you can until he gets on the hill, yeah.
Whether you're in front or whether you're behind, just don't let him get to that hill. Just keep your focus all the way.
Tom has just missed absolute rollings here.
Yeah, I've just seen it again. I mean, I honestly don't think he'll win another frame. His head has totally gone, I promise you now.
It's gone.
He's been in the bin since...
Even though I think John's playing a few careless shots now,
like that one,
he's still getting away with it. Do you know what I mean? He's still getting away because his potting ability is pulling him out of it. Which John's always had. He's one of the best potters in the world of A-ball, to be honest. He's definitely like myself here. Don't think about positions.
I was on about 14-2 a minute ago, wasn't I, about Nosco? Well, look at the score, and that's exactly what we've got here, right? 10-6 to 12-20, 14-2. Turn around. Wow.
How do you feel?
I can't believe it. Well, I'm looking
I feel alright. I'm not sure Tom does.
I won't show how John's hand was. When I seen that photo, I just thought, how can he play pool with that hand? How can you even break off with a broken hand? Do you know what I mean? But it just looks absolutely fine, doesn't it?
Well, he's not missing much, is he?
Look at he's even resting his left hand on the table there. You can't be doing that with a broken hand, can you? You're putting all that power in. It's just impossible.
For a break-off shot.
So obviously his hand has totally healed, hasn't it?
Again, this isn't a bad dry either. It's a Tom, you hang yourself dry.
It is, yeah. I think you're right.
I think at the minute it's pretty much do what you want, innit?
Yeah.
I think the ship has sailed, unfortunately, for Tom and his backers. And I think he said he's got like 4 games in a month. I don't know who his other games are against, but
if you're an opponent watching this like you are, I'd be rubbing my hands.
The thing is with Tom, you can't. Like I've seen Tommy. He played Stebbins at Murphy's, got beat 25-12. I mean, just imagine that. I mean, I could send my little lad out who's 9 years old and he'd get more than 12 against Stebbins. Do you know what I mean? And then next time, Tom absolutely batters him. So Tom Barley's
There was the
like...
break-off shot that wasn't it the next time in the second half of the match. Deserted Sean, and
No,
Tom just picked him
It's
off.
not even that. It's what I'm on about with Tom Barley, because he's one of them players...
Hot and cold, isn't he?
Yeah, correct. He can
no
play
middle.
a great money match, then he can play an absolute stinker.
He never plays average, does he?
No.
He plays above his
It's one or
station.
the other. Now that's what I'm saying, even though he's getting hammered pretty much, basically. That you can't read no into it for our money match room, because when I played, he could absolutely not shoot the lights out. Do you know what I mean? I think it's all on there with Tom. He's not consistent enough to play at the top level, a bit like myself, really. I'm not consistent enough in any way whatsoever. That's why I always get absolutely arseholed in tournaments. Sorry for language, people. If you're offended to language, then get off stream and get you sent to bed.
Agree. End of the day, if you can't say the word arsehole.
Listen, people, let me apologise on behalf of my colleague here.
No, don't apologise for me, Reggie.
Because what you need to realise is
You hear worse on Coronation Street.
He's just passionate. That's all it is. He's
Very passionate.
I've heard Blanche come out with words.
You want to see me in the bedroom? Very passionate in there as well.
Hey, now, come on. Oi, oi.
Seb Webb in the building.
Stop it.
For one night only here in Blackpool. And we're looking at 21-12.
I think so. It could be.
And I did say he'll not win another frame, and I'm going to stand by that call. I don't think he's going to win another frame in this match. I don't know about you, Reggie. You've been saying for a while that he's going to pull it back, but
no. Earlier on, I said, but even at 16-12, I thought there might be. But this last 4 frames has convinced me it's done and dusted. There's no way back now.
The real talent spot that before, though, don't they?
No, I mean, what I'm saying is I was not going to write him off, because you never know.
No,
but the last couple of frames have just, like you say, I'm on about not so much what John's done, I'm on about the misses from Tom has convinced me he's gone. He's gone, yeah.
John's been breaking dry and majority of the time.
And he isn't getting them. He's not
Tom's
getting them.
just not.
There's no fight. There's nothing coming back. He's gone. The arm's tightened up, and he's missing balls that. Listen, Seb, I watched him play you twice. He's missing balls that he would never miss when he played you. When you're missing them balls, Seb, you're doomed.
I think he killed his early doors when obviously he
should have got away.
He's built that lead, and then he's gifted John 2 frames. It should have been 9-3 instead of 7-5, and it's basically just killed him. And you know yourself, if you're playing John Sullivan, you want to get ahead and you want to stay ahead.
And keep him.
If you fall behind, you're going to be in a world of trouble.
It's not just that. When he gets going, I played him once. He gave me 3-15 in Preston, and I was 9-6 up, keeping the lead, felt comfortable. He's dished 7 out of 8, and then he dished the last one just for a bit of a laugh. Like.
That's what, if you. It's like it's with Lakin. He's played John a couple of Chelsea, had a few beers, whatever. But if you let John get in front, where he's got a crowd around him, it's going to be one of the hardest matches in your life.
He was 14-10 up, Craig. At Chelsea, and John won the last 5.
And he still lost.
Well, he had 2 good chances to close it out, though. To be fair,
when I played John in St Albans, he gave me.
Is that 21? Did I pull that last frame on there? It's 21, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 21-12.
Yeah, 21-12.
When I played John in St Albans, he gave me 4 start, and that's one of the reasons I thought I can't lose this match. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but I don't know if he can chase a finish, chase a lead down, whatever. And obviously I broke and dished my first 5 or 10-0 up, so yeah, he's a great front runner, but if you get a lead on him, I think that's when you need to stamp on his throat, so to speak.
Yeah, and he didn't do that, did he? That's the point.
No, but Tom did do that. He broke his first 4 frames. Then he gifted him.
He didn't kick on. That's my point.
How would you see a game between one of these 2 players and someone like, I'm not saying Liam Dunster, but a Liam Dunster style player?
Well, you mean Max Nosko? Somebody like Max Nosko? Because obviously Max and John played, didn't they? And Max, he gave him a bit of a pasting. That were in John's venue in London. So, listen, for me, players like, let's say your more methodical players, that'll take a little bit of time. They'll go about the finishes in all the right ways, and they'll just basically keep you in your chair while they're taking 10 minutes to put tap-ins into pockets. For me, the players like myself, John, Tom, we just need to stay away from them players. I'll always stay away from them players. I'll never play a slow player like I played Steve Wall, and I got a shot clock involved because I thought at some stage he could basically drain life out of me. And luckily for me, I just run away with the match at the end. I didn't need to come on shot clock at any stage because I actually got him playing my game, didn't I, Reggie?
Correct.
I mean, you were there.
I said that at the time.
He kept going dish for dish, and I'm like, what's happening here?
Too many players do that. When they play a fast player, they'll try and match the place. It's like
Yeah,
a macho thing.
It's ironic you
I
should
couldn't
mention the
believe
shot
that he
clock
actually
because
did that.
that is one of the main reasons I introduced it to my match that you commentated on Saturday, because I knew what my opponent was going to do. The longer the match went on, he would be using that time to torture me in my chair.
I missed that as well.
And I didn't allow him to do that, did I? Obviously, I brought the shot clock in with Matt Clark, the referee, and he was unable to do that in the last stage. And at 16-14, it proved pivotal in that frame.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I've just said there, like these two players are perfectly suited, aren't they, to play each other?
Yeah.
Because the speed that they play at. It's like Lakin. If Lakin's playing John, it's just a good game to watch. Nobody minds watching games like that. But if you put a slow player on stream against a fast player, you'll know that fast. It's like Ronnie against Selby. Who's that game going to suit? It's only going to suit one player.
Over long distance, there's only one winner.
It's not going to suit Selby. It could be best of 3. It's still not going to suit Ronnie because he don't want to play that player. It's like me playing Liam Dunster at EPA in a best of 5 match.
Well, it's funny you should say
I'd
that.
want to hang myself. I would.
At STRN in
yes,
Manchester,
listen,
he
Liam
played
Dunster,
Simon Fitzsimmons.
He's tap wrecking.
Against Simon Fitzsimmons all night. Simon Fitzsimmons pulling his hair out.
He's a player though, isn't he?
He's a good player.
He is, but who wants to watch that?
This is my point about playing fast players against slow players. If you're dropping a player like Dunster in a tournament and he's tap wrecking, he's doing your nutting, believe me. You don't need it.
It depends. I mean, some players are fast, but they can adjust.
No, Craig.
It's almost like you want the referee to step in here with the towel. You really do. Well, this is just one-way traffic.
You can't, because Liam Dunster will grind you down. It definitely will. If I played Liam Dunster, oh my God.
He played Lee Clough on...
It'd put me into... If you get, like,
wrestling,
if you get the Kurt angle, the angle lock or something like that, whatever it's called.
Clough beat him 10-9. I mean, Clough is
not Jesus,
fast by any stretch.
I thought for a minute he's going to get the perfect flick
there. He actually played quite quick in that final.
Yeah,
he got a lot of stick, but I don't think he played that slow.
No, Clough is a good player, and it's one of them. Against Liam, everyone's looking at that going, oh, the 2 slow players, but Liam's instrumented that game being slow. That's all that's happened there. The Soul Man now playing, even containing him when he's 2 to 5
That's
down.
not too bad. Tom can come off the cushion and hit the one that's opposite the black to the left. Here we go. Just lay the snooker again.
He's got a big target to it.
Oh, I'm going to say he hasn't left the gap. Please tell me he hasn't left the Watford gap.
No, he hasn't left the gap. He can just clip
get the
side
red, but yeah, I'm going to say it's...
But he's playing curve free now, isn't he, John?
He's got a gap for this, and if Tom don't get this, basically put Q away. And he's played a bad one straight away.
I think he must feel like that anyway. I think it's one of them. You're in the situation.
I think that's too bad.
Listen, he's 10 frames behind. I know it's very unlikely, but you can never give in, can you? You've got to keep going for your backer's sake.
Yeah, not just that.
When there's matches,
the other guy can win.
I've just said he's got another 3 matches lined up after this. If his backers seem quick,
imagine
how that's going to be.
Yeah, and you're one of them.
So you've got... Oh, what's he done here? He's played for double here.
What?
Yeah, his head's definitely scrambled. Even if he gets it, we know his head's scrambled.
This is over, listen.
What's he doing here? I don't think I've never seen that before in my life. I can't believe it. Right, listen, people, I'm just going to nip for a quick toilet break.
Oh, Jesus.
I need to get back for the end of this match because I've got a closing speech to say, but I can honestly say now, I cannot actually believe what has just happened there. Tom Barley turned the easiest 2-ball finish down in history. I never thought I'd see the day.
The snooker. And not getting the snooker either.
I'll be back in 2 minutes, people.
Okay, the most electrifying man's leaving the commentary position. With me leaving it with me. Oh, Jesus. It never rains and it pours, Craig. Is that the saying they say when it rains and it pours?
I don't know if it's pouring or not. I think Tom's like pouring water on himself here. That's what it feels like. It's just, I mean, don't get me wrong. His head's, like Seb said, his head's scrambled, but you've got to have that fight in you to keep going. And
I mean, look, it's like, to be fair, it's like what you said a couple of minutes ago. And I'm with you on that one, mate. Doesn't matter what standard I'm at or they are, doesn't matter. When you're out there, you're going to dig in at some point when you've lost a succession of frames, and somehow, as you say, Craig, find it in yourself to keep fighting, digging, and just battle like a real warrior out there, and try and even claw back frame by frame, piece by piece.
He's fair enough. He's 9 frames behind, right? But you just go
right.
There we
come
go.
on, here we go. Now, let's start queuing. Come on then. That's it. Bit of speed, bit of adrenaline, pop the black, come on, build on it.
Make that 22-17. How much difference does that game look?
Oh, massive.
Even
All of a sudden, we know John's still 5 in front, but we're thinking, hold up a minute.
And then he goes, I don't know, 20, 23-19.
You know that frame there, John should have won that frame, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
And you just kind of get that sneaking feeling, that bit of carefree from John there. Could just...
He's playing too carefree almost. Don't get me wrong, he's in a position to do so. But... They've gone out of turning braking.
Yeah.
So Tom's going to brake again, and then they'll be back on rhythm. That's the problem with not having a ref in it. Little things like that. But
that's right. Yeah.
I think a ref would have slowed the rhythm. I tell
you what. All of a sudden, if he makes, I mean, look, take your pick here. Really, reds or yellows.
Reds for me. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
the red
come
goes
on.
down the rail.
If he gets these, Craig, and gets some well, and finds a bit of confidence, like you said, put 2 or 3 more onto the score. So 22-17.
It's something in it, and in Tom's head, then he can start looking at the game a little bit.
Oh, what a delightful flick! What a delightful flick that was.
Well, that's frame, innit? Let's be honest.
And that surely should be this frame done and dusted. Just don't be careless now. Just pot the balls, basically, and make sure, and just build one frame at a time.
That's
and try and get yourself back into this match.
Just treat it like a little. A little bit of a stepping stone. Every frame's a stepping stone, every frame.
What does he want me to say? Sorry?
I think he doesn't want you to let Seb in, or somebody in.
Yeah.
Seb, yep, Seb's got that point. Well, there we go, the deficit has been reduced to 8. Whilst it's not ideal.
I won't do commentary. I'll sit here and watch, but it stops Paul getting on.
Yeah, he's
I do not want Paul on.
no.
Yep, here we go.
Okay, it's 22-14 now, and nice take out by Tom there. Still showing that he's still very much obviously going to keep going and giving it his best shot to try and somehow get back into this match.
No, fair play for battling, a lot of guys wouldn't do
definitely,
it.
100%.
He's showing a little bit of fire now,
Yeah.
Oh, black ball, no, and
but it's,
dry. And I'll
but
tell you what, look, there you go.
Here we go. And do you know what, Greg? From a backer's point of view, if you've had money on Tom tonight, you'd want to see that. You think, he's probably going to go down here. But you know what? Look, he keeps going, and that's what you want to see. He's trying his heart out there. It hasn't happened for him. But
you can't have a problem with someone who tries.
So,
no.
Rich, if you've had the money on top, he's give everything he can. He's tried really hard. Yeah, he's been a good lad. He's put everything in it he can. Yeah.
And no one minds that.
He's fought everything that he can. He showed the grit where he needs to be.
Yeah, we've just been joined by one of the crowd here until Seb gets back, and
one of the crowd with no name.
I don't know the little man's name yet. I forgot.
Tony Folsey, is it?
Tony, yeah, it's Tony Folsey. You're one of John's supporters, are you?
I am.
Yes, and we had one of the other lads that wanted to get in the commentary position, but Tony's come over and assured us you don't want that particular chap to get into the hot seat because
as neutral as it comes.
But John's in again here, and well, barring a glaring mistake, he should get these.
Make sure, buddy.
So it's I'll say Tom right now can't really afford any more.
This is frame over.
Yeah, I think this one's gone, and I say he really could have done with that one. To be fair, Tom had got that one as well. It would have been given.
Keane's going to go. Well, looks like he's about to go 9-4 up as well. On the other table.
Keane's played really well.
He is a good player, mate. He's improved a lot.
Yeah, that looks like 23-14 to me.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Just got to play one more good one now. And Keane's going to go 9-4 up. 23.
Keane's really strong. Should be winning that. If he plays well, Keane.
I don't know why he's jacking up here. I think I'd just be rolling this in. But no need to jack it. That's the shot. There we go. From Keane.
Yeah, drop it.
Which no one will be able to see, apart from if you're watching the stream, and you won't be able to hear my voice. So it makes no difference to you. But it's going to go 9-4 Keane, just as long as he rolls his black in the middle. There we go. 9-4 Keane and 23-14 John. Craig
Yeah,
Day's in a strong position.
John just 2 away from the winning line now, and I think Tom just want to put some more frames on the board for respectability.
Well,
Mountain to climb
Tom's
here.
show a bit of grit now, isn't he? He's got to dig in.
Yeah, it's just.
Show a bit.
See, I mean, I don't.
Seb's coming back here, so Tony, thanks for hanging on thanks for hanging on to the seat for a bit. Sebastian will want his head.
There we go. Thanks.
Reggie, I don't know your thoughts on this, right? But do you know when John got into a rhythm and he was playing well? If you're Tom, I know this is not Tom's game, but would you not be
thanks
tempted
to one of the Soul
break
Man's biggest fans there? I know he's got a good bet on John, so he'll be happy.
Well, I would have been. I would have changed the pace of the game.
Reggie, 1 second, mate. I'm just announcing that I'm back in box.
Yes, mate.
So yes, Seb Webb is back in the box.
Come back. He's.
I can see the score is 23-14, and the Banger's having a bit of a bang.
By the way, the viewers have just gone up from 240 to 962.
Standard stuff.
Standard stuff.
They've heard the word.
Dear, oh dear.
That's a nice shot, but he's chasing this a bit, isn't he?
Chasing it too much.
Obviously, I ain't seen last 3 frames, but Tom seems to be 2-1 from last 3 frames. So basically, these next 3 frames, if he can take them like 2-1 again,
well, I'll be honest with
he's
you,
in a really good position.
Listen, Craig, he had half a chance in the last one, didn't he? But he didn't capture. He was again pushing the boat out. If he'd have got the last one as well, as me and Craig were saying, and it was now 22-15.
We need to put this one off. Put this one off yellow below black. If he can do that, he's got a chance.
Yeah,
it's a good shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
He's perfect here.
He's been a little bit unlucky with.
No, he's absolutely inch perfect, mate. He just rolls it in dead weight.
I think he's done about the yellow's covered the
no,
black.
It's perfect. How's it covered black?
Not covered it, but it's a small.
He's played that too hard, hasn't he? He's bridging.
There's Wayne.
Ouch.
Oh,
he just played it way too hard. But if he pots it, he knows he's on black. He just needs to concentrate on pot.
Pulls though.
Oh, he's missed it with a mile.
There we go. That's going to go 24-14.
You'd think so. If John just minds his work. Obviously, John's going to just want to rush into these and take them out. I think if he plays middle yellow, it's sound because he's not going to get position if he takes this. He's going to get snooker. He's not gone for it. He's just having a bit of nudgy.
And that's what I said. At the end of the day, at some point, obviously it's at a stage where John can afford to do that. But sometimes earlier on in the match,
that's a nice shot.
It pays dividends to play that type of shot.
He's just going to say again now, Reggie, isn't he? Just going to put him behind here again.
Of course, he's going to put him behind balls.
Just percentage put. But I'd actually play to pot this,
Listen, John knows himself.
Why has he played that side?
He doesn't need, to push the boat out.
Why did you just go for?
Well, the black's covered anyway, so if he goes to the pot there, it's no risk anyway.
But I can't understand why I don't know. Maybe I'm losing plot, but he could have just played off left-hand side at red there, couldn't he?
Agreed.
Is there a gap?
It's swerving it.
White.
It's off though.
I think Tom just wants this one to end, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think it's one of them now. I think he wants the ground to swallow him all.
I think the frame 22-14, Tony that's killed him. I think after winning 2 in a row.
You think that's killed him?
No, it's killed him before, but what I mean is I'm on about killed any chance of
Have
a fight back respect.
No,
if you let me finish, I'm saying he wanted to try and put a few more on the board, but when John made that finish and went on to 23, I think that probably broke the spirits.
Right, listen, people, I'm really sorry I've got to go.
He's been summoned by the missus.
Just been called out. I've just been called out in flyer. My mum's just come to tell me, so I need to go play the flyer. That's a terrible shot from John. He's not on it.
He's not on it. Your mum's getting cheesed off looking across at you. You need to go.
It's time for me to go, people. So it's been a pleasure. It's been a good match to commentate on.
It has, hasn't it?
It's been better because I've been here. So I hope you've all enjoyed it.
All right, thanks very much. We don't bother. We don't.
I've been Seb Webb. You've been fantastic.
Nice to see you anyway, Seb.
Yeah, look, you're going to say, Seb. See you later, mate. Good luck in the flyer. And it's all Soulman at the moment here, and he goes on to sit on the hill.
He's going to sit right on it.
And we could be, I say we could be. I thought we may have been joined by one more there, but just be me and Craig seeing this out to the end.
That's what we do, the graveyard shift.
A bit of a disappointment in the end, doesn't it, really? For what looked like what could have been a neck-and-neck struggle. Like at 10-6, you thought John will come back a bit, and then there'll be a patch from Tom. But there was nothing from Tom from that point.
Oh, Tony's back. The guy from the crowd is back.
Oh, he is, but Wayne's took the headphones away.
He's taking him off him.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to hear what we're saying anyway. Oh, this is the chance here. This is where John Sullivan goes out on a breaking dish. I'll guarantee it.
This could be the killer blow here. This could be the one that sees him home to 25.
It's over now.
I think it's they've just landed lovely.
This is what John Sullivan does. Look at this.
It's
one stroking.
These are done.
Stroking with one stroke. Look at this.
Bish.
Every time. Oh,
beautiful. Pleasure to watch.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, I'll tell you what. Tom will be disappointed because he was 10-6 in front. He's won 4 more frames to his 19. And be very, very, very disappointed. But I think Tom's got Tom's got to look at this and go, where in my game is sort of wrong. Where can I improve? And that's what everything should be about. He'll get this. You watch. Nope, no one.
Not tonight. That was a little bit. He can, I suppose, Craig, you can afford to be a little bit showman and all that at this stage.
If this was me, though, I'd want to make him the best score possible. I think I'd have that thing of going, well, just bury him now and I can go out and celebrate. Unless he fancies another hour or so of it, then Keane looks like he's got a good chance here to go 10-4 up.
I think Kyle's just playing pushing the boat out far too much. He just needs to sit back actually and let his opponent make some of the running, and he isn't doing. I think Kyle's just going for everything at the moment, and Keane's just sitting and waiting. Keane's just sitting and waiting for him to hang himself. And who's in Kyle's corner giving some advice?
He needs the right people behind him.
And he hasn't. Where's his corner man? Doesn't have one. He's standing there by himself.
Thing is though, Kyle's a good player, but Keane's improved tenfold in a very short space of time.
Real quality.
Yeah.
Well, John's got a black for the match here, and he's missed it, but he's got a fluke it. No, he's not. And he's got lucky.
John's relaxing a bit.
And look where the white's finished. Oh dear. If the night hasn't been cruel enough, I mean.
If you're Tom here, though, you've still got to dig. I know it's very unlikely that he's going to win 11 frames on the trot. He has to keep trying. And he's played a good shot there.
That's a cracker.
Just play this now, off the black, and just hopefully win the frame and go from there.
If the red passes the black, then just top this through, won't he?
No, he's got to pod it off the black, and he hasn't done.
Oh.
And
that's a gimme.
That
is a gimme. And I think that means I'm off. Thanks for coming.
Well, there you go, Craig. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers, Reggie.
We've had the most electrifying man in all of 8-ball pool in here. I know, crazy, isn't it? What time do we start again? 8:20?
2 hours and 10 minutes.
2 hours and 10 minutes for a race to 25. Wow.
When I played Tom the first time, it took a little bit. Well, the second time I played him, a race to 25 that finished 25-22, finished in about 2 hours 40.
Okay, listen, go over to Facebook again. We're going to move on to the other table now. Keane Monaghan against Kyle Cope on the other table. So
we're going to have 4 of us in the commentary box here.
So we're going to. I'm gonna come out of the hot seat. I need to go and do what I got to do. Craig, it's been an absolute pleasure. Wayne Pender, thanks very much for the opportunity. And no doubt, I'm sure over the weekend I'll get to be back in the hot seat at some point with Wayne, which I'd look forward to. So for me, the Gill Factor, going to love you and leave you, and leave you in the very capable hands of Craig Vegas today. So speak to you guys later.
It's been emotional.
It's always emotional, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies, gents, good evening from me. See you later. Ta-da.
Well done, John. I'll tell you what, mate. 10-6, he's had drop-ins to go 11-6, and he's just gone from there. He didn't want to know, did he?
Yeah, just to remind everybody, if you want to flick, just refresh, go back onto Tsunami Streaming on Facebook, and you'll get the Keane Moynihan and Kyle Cope match. It's currently 10-4 to Keane Moynihan. That's a £3,800 pot. We're live on Tsunami Streaming as we speak. So that's it on this stream for tonight. We'll be back 9 o'clock in the morning for the team event. I think it might well be John's group that will be on stream in the morning. I'm not too sure of all of his team, but I think it's going to be John Sullivan, Toby Bolt and Kevin Moyles. They will be on at 9 o'clock in the morning in the group stages. So if you want to watch some more pool, just when you come out of this, just refresh Tsunami Streaming and go back onto Facebook, and you'll get the Cian Moynihan and Kyle Cope match. Currently 10-4 to Cian Moynihan. It's looking like it's just a little bit awkward there. In fact, I'll turn the camera around so you can see it actually. We won't have the scores on this, but you can see the game. Currently 10-4 to Cian Moynihan. Take that scoreboard off. Like I say, if you want to watch the match with the scores on and the commentary, just refresh Tsunami Streaming Facebook page and you'll get the live link. It's been live from the start. All that's left for me to say is good night on this stream. I will be turning it off in a couple of minutes time, and we'll see you all in the morning.